Hi, VOD watchers. Welcome on in. I appreciate all of you coming on through. So hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and all my non-binary pals. I really welcome you to this stream. Hi, my name is Ed. I'm a psychologist, not a therapist, not a psychiatrist. Big difference. A therapist is usually someone in their master's degree. A psychologist is usually someone with their doctorates that has multiple certifications into all areas of counseling, of diagnosing, and assessment. Psychiatrists prescribe medication. Best way for me to go ahead and make that separation. And I want to make sure to go ahead and start up. I always love being upfront. A couple of years ago, I attempted to play this game. I'm very upfront whenever I play any game. During that period of time, and while this is being labeled as I play this game, this is not necessarily going to be my first playthrough because I reached all the way up to Basil, and I was going through a tough time. I wasn't analyzing anything. In fact, those individuals that were here during that time remember that I was doing group counseling for underprivileged kids, and unfortunately or fortunately, the best way for me to go ahead and throw this out, I got tuberculosis during that period of time. And I know it sounds wild to even say or talk about. Before I had gone into this job, I was completely clear. And then, after working there for a period of time, I got tuberculosis, and it was a dormant type, but nonetheless, the antibiotics and all of that, the medicine and all the things that I had to go ahead and do to try and get rid of it really took a toll on me and on my body, and understanding, because I was on heavy antibiotics for around a year. And during that time, I was watching and playing games, certain games, and just not even paying attention to what I was doing and or playing, but literally just speeding through them, and not even being there. And you guys can take evidence of this 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when we were playing anime at double the speed or triple the speed, because I was oh crap, I feel like I'm running out of time, and that sort of reference. Luckily, it is taken care of. Luckily, all I have to do is get x-rays every couple of years, every 5 years. The antibiotics did its work. But I like going ahead and being honest and upfront if I've ever played and or seen a game or an anime beforehand, And this is one of the few things that I want to be open about, right? I tried to play this game a long time ago, not to analyze it, but just to get my mind off of things. And I reached all the way up to Basil, the character. And from there on, I was okay, I'm going to go watch an anime. And we never came back and touched it. So this is the first playthrough of me actually sitting down and analyzing everything that is there. This is going to take a while. So, and this is going to take a while. And I hope that you guys are okay with, me giving you that explanation as to this. And I want to start off by also saying it's going to take a while. Grab a drink, grab a snack. It's going to be a lot of hours. It's going to be more hours than you can ever possibly imagine. And then the second thing I want to go and state out there, this is not a prediction channel. Please do not take it so. This is not a prediction channel. This is an analysis gameplay. This is an analysis, channel where we sit down and we're trying to talk about the psychology of the game, not through a therapist perspective, not through, wearing turtlenecks and, doing poetics or anything like that, but by legitimately breaking a game down to its core. And I want you guys to be aware of that. If anything sounds like, oh my God, he's hitting it right on the spot, don't think that it's because of me. My job, I get paid. I have a full-time job to analyze, diagnose, make assessments, everything with patients, right? However, this is all the amazing job of the creator or the author or whoever that may have been that put the story together that allowed for such realism to come through. Anyway, with that being said, exactly. With that being said, I hope you're ready. This is probably going to be more than an hour or two, because the first thing I want to start off by talking about, and I hope you guys are okay with that explanation, is welcome to Omori, everyone. Arigato gozaimasu. Also, trigger warning, this game may contain a lot of things, apparently. I want to talk just about this intro screen. I want to talk just about this intro screen. Yes, if the topics ever do get heavy, please feel free to go and take a step out and then come back in whenever you're ready for this. Let's talk about this design. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull up my... Pulling up my whiteboard here. It's whiteboard time. Let's talk about these two big aspects that are immediately being showcased. And I love the fact, because the beginning of a game can tell you a lot about the game in of itself. Let's talk about space. One of the things that I'm loving about this opening here that we're seeing, this intro screen, is the space that is being used, both by the light and a dark contrast altogether, right? So one of the big things, no worries, one of the big things that I really want to go ahead and point out there, now I'll ask this and it's a rhetorical question, which is this a semblance to our light and shadow selves? One of the Jungian concepts of how we mask, you know, to try and connect with others and ourselves. So let me go ahead and bring this on over. Hold on. Here we go. So one of the big things that comes out of this for me is this. What are the light and shadow selves that we often try to hide, or often trying not to go ahead and showcase others, our dark sides versus our positive sides, and even ourselves? In an aspect like this, where we're seeing a character almost, by the way, remember, I haven't finished this game in any way, shape, or form. We're just getting restarted with it, right? So I want to talk about this, is with these archetypes and with the way that space is being used with the light and darkness elements. What is this trying to showcase? What is the aspect of this character that is being tried to showcase the light aspects versus the negative or dark aspects that are in there? You know, that's a huge element altogether. These are Jungian archetypes, and it's one of the most amazing ways to showcase how we mask, right? How we mask through pain. And the big reason why I showcase this and why I'm leaning towards pain altogether right off the bat is we usually have a symbol of an idea, a symbol of light, a symbol that is supposed to represent, you know, the lightness that is around the character, but in dark, right? In the darkness that is there and heavily, heavily implied immediately, where the title of the game is darker than the character themselves. No worries. Thank you so much, Christopher. That is one of the big elements through this, is the title of the game is darker than the character themselves. The light bulb that is supposed to represent the light around the character, right, is center, right? Is center up, but it's emitting negative light. What shadows and what past do we tend to go ahead and hide, even in the aspects that we try to present? The character in of itself, absolutely adorable, but the eyes, photons, negative, reading negative, yeah, negative photons, but the eyes, lifeless. That strikes something in me. That strikes something unique in me. And one of the big things through this is, in case you guys didn't hear it from the beginning, I used to do a lot of group therapy for kids. I've done group therapy for pretty much anyone and everyone of all ages, from the smallest kids out there that can do therapy all the way to older adults at end of life therapy, right? Whenever I'm looking at this character, there is no light in their eyes. It's filled with darkness, right? It's filled not necessarily with darkness, but with as though there's no light in them. Why is that important to talk about? it's important to talk about this because whenever a character or and I like to treat characters as though they're coming to therapy with me. So you guys are going to get like to me, right? Or they're coming to a session with me and they're like, diagnose me, give me an assessment, like work with me here, right? And I'm going to treat them with that empathy and that love and everything that they deserve. And I remember seeing a kid very similar to this that would come over for group sessions. They had emptiness in their eyes. They would come over to group sessions and they would do art, they would do drawings, and I'm gonna touch on this other one, right? But it was lifeless. They were only doing it because they were instructed to do so. They would give the perfect answer, but there was no one there. And so slowly but surely talking to them and asking them, hey, what's going on, what's happening, so on and so forth, they slowly started to gain that like rapport, that confidence, that trust in me, to slowly start talking about what was happening at home. Slowly start talking about the good, the bad, the ugly that was really happening, and how for them, sometimes all they needed to do was to go ahead and disassociate. Because for them, it was easier to live in their own disassociated reality than it was for them to be present and deal with the trauma that was going through everyday life. Phenomenal aspect in there. Now, what is the light and the darkness in here? And why is the title of the game darker than the character themselves? I know we're getting really big into these things in here, right? I hope you guys are okay with that. Me relating, yeah. And that's the thing is, all of us disassociate to some capacity, right? By the way, some of these topics might be a little triggering, and I apologize in advance. But as I'm going through and I'm just looking at this title screen, we haven't even gone into the gameplay or anything like that yet. I like to be upfront about it. And I like to just yap a little. What does this mean? What does this mean to have light and darkness and light? I never even considered the title. Why is it being darker? Mm-hmm. We all disassociate. As adults, we all disassociate. You drive to work, guess what? You're probably disassociated along the way. You're like right now, how many of you are automatically breathing versus manually breathing? How many of you are aware of how you're breathing? Are you taking in deep breaths or shallow breaths? And I do this as a way to get you guys to think that not all disassociation is bad disassociation. There are disassociative elements that can go ahead and help us in normalize a lot of features in life. But when does it become, you see, it got a lot of you immediately, but when does it become, right, troublesome? When does it become an issue? When does it start automatically affecting you as an individual, where you're more likely to go ahead and disassociate than to go ahead and deal with the everyday struggles that are out there? That is a fundamental question to ask. And sadly, with a lot of kids, and especially kids that have a lot of emptiness in their eyes, that's a big thing to come through. That is a big thing to come through, because all of a sudden, childhood, and I'm going to throw this out there, and it's another question to ask, and it relates to this, I promise. How many of you had a rough childhood or wish that you had more years as a child? A lot of people, I think I can disassociate further. A lot of people really wish, that we had more years in that childhood, in that essence. And unfortunately, sometimes we may not have the best parents. We may not have the best siblings. We may grow up in an environment where we are blamed for almost everything and anything and everything. And in that, our own space, our own headspace ends up being our security. And so we disassociate through a lot of these years trying to get through them. And next thing you know, you're an adult. Whew. So I'm looking at a character like this. In the first, as I mentioned, the things that come to mind about them and for them is, why is a young kid, and I'm gonna go through my thought process here because I'm not gonna go through an entire scene and be like, oh well, hindsight is 2020. I'm gonna tell you guys my active thoughts. What made a kid look like this? What made a kid have this emptiness in their eyes? Why do sometimes the only thing that we can do is just look forward, keep marching on through the times, and no one really be there to check in on us, even family or loved ones, and say, hey, I see you, I hear you, whatever issues you're going through, I'm here for you. And sometimes we're just stuck in a generational cycle of trauma. I'm looking at this kid, and for me, it's, when did this happen to them? When is this happening for them? And why is this the first image that we're greeted with? The next question that comes to mind is, how is this kid? How are they? How are they genuinely feeling? Or have they separated their emotions and their thought processes because at the moment it's easier for them to deal with the emptiness and the space that they're in than to go ahead and be filled with light and color and emotion? There's a lot of questions that come to mind, but we won't know until we play the game. So I can keep on going, but I don't know how many of you guys would want a 1 hour title analysis. The colors are very monotone and subdued, yes. If you guys want me to keep going, I can keep going. There's a lot to bring up just on this one aspect. So, one of the big things through this, and I guess I'll showcase this, right? Keep going. We're all up for it. Hi, welcome on in. This is the music in of itself. It almost sounds, in the little wind with it, there's an eeriness to this. I'm gonna throw something in here, but for the whiteboard. Welcome on through. So, there are a couple things that come through, and I want to touch on this. The first one being, how many of you have experienced the call of the void? I know, whiteboard moment. I'm jotting it down because it's easier for me to track my thoughts. How many of you have experienced the call of the void? In case you guys don't know, the call of the void often comes from dissociative states where individuals often feel it's easier, and there ain't no right or wrong, to potentially self-harm or end their life, by walking onto the street, jumping off a cliff, different elements like that, where it's like, oh, you know what would happen if I just walked into the middle of traffic right now? And a lot of this comes from this aspect of trauma that we often keep bottled up. And it might be something that happened a long time ago or recently. And society tells us not to share our feelings, not to share our emotions. And so from this bottle, all this stress, all this trauma keeps coming through in little sips, but then our disassociation keep coming through where our brain on the one hand is trying to tell us, no, don't do anything stupid. But at the same time, all this trauma that's overflowing from within us in this disassociative state is telling us, hey, wouldn't it be easier if you did this? Wouldn't it be easier if you just stopped being yourself? Wouldn't it be easier if all the light that you thought you had in you would to just be subdued? Wouldn't it be easier if you isolated yourself, if you stopped contacting your friends, if you stopped coming out of your room and you started realizing that the only value for you is not necessarily because others are out there, but because there's no one out there that really believes in you? And all these cognitive distortions, because that's what they are cognitive distortions that keep seeping out, and they start affecting us, and they start making it harder for us to get up and start the day and get going and realize that we do have a support network, that we do have people that care about us, that we can find a purpose and something that we love and something that we care about, and that the room that we're trapped in, time, is the mother of all things, and it will erode the walls, and time will seep on in whether you're ready or not. But that is up to you as to whether you're ready or not. And that is a big thing. That is a big concept. And all the what ifs start coming through and eating at us. What if I go out and I get rejected? What if I go out there and nobody knows who I am anymore? What if I end myself currently, and will anyone really grieve me? These thought patterns, these cognitive distortions, this call of the void that all mixes in when we disassociate at times, can lead to areas where we feel as though we are no longer in control, where we are just a vessel looking outwardly, inwardly, and being like, what are we doing? I'm looking at this character, and I'm seeing a kid that is going through something like that. I'm seeing a kid that, probably has a lot of layers and depth in them. If I remember correctly, some of the art is like this, and I hope that we'll be able to touch on things like this. So I'm going to ask this of you guys, please, if you're going through a hard time, if you're getting a lot of call of the voids, seek help. Please find the support network. I've lost too many friends, too many close, even professionals, other therapists, even psychologists as well, where the call of the void and depression and their cognitive distortions really started getting the best of them. And just know, please seek mental health professionals in your area that are best able to help you. And if not, the Discord is there for you guys. This is a support network for you guys in that manner. While I may not be your therapist or your psychologist, just know that I am here for you in that regard. Please, yeah, exactly. Please take care of yourselves. Okay. The music. The wind in the background, right? Or the sending love to everyone in chat. Yes. Kaino, so I said this earlier, and I'm pretty sure that chat can send this over to you. I reached Basil a long time ago, and that was it. There's members that are here when we first played it a long time ago, and we only reached that part, and then we moved on due to 1,001 other reasons, So this is like my first actual analysis of it, and not just playing, right? This music it almost feels as though it's a funeral music, right? Not funeral music, but mourning music. And it's like, who are we mourning? The music ending in a downward turn, right? And the wind that's still hitting there for us to be able to reflect. I'm kind of scared. Yes. Alpa, yes, that little bit. Alpa got it right there, as in the bit at Basil's house. So, wow. Hold on, do it again. Dang, you did not get that far then, yeah. Whoa, okay. The music, right, comes through in a chord, right? So it's chord, there's a small progression that's going up, right? Chord again, and it tends to follow that pattern as though there's a form of unity, right? So no chord, right? Little trend upward. And you can feel the momentum that's going up. Bum, chord. Wait till the end. What I'm getting at is I feel like the music is telling us a story here. Listen to the last little bit here. It's trending downward, and it's trending downward in a lonely fashion. People might be complete with that. However, I'm not, because guess what? Even the wind is music. It's trending into an element, right? It's trending into an element where it feels as though it's lonely into nothingness. That was upward notes. No. Dun 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 dun. We're getting there. Oh, upwards. My bad. Yeah, but then it goes into nothingness, and that's sort of what is interesting. It still sounds lonely, but lonely going up. Yes. Yeah, 100% vodka. That's actually very similar imagery, which is like, how bad can relapse be? And and by the way, relapse is a totally normal process inside of mental health. But whenever we're looking at something like this, of emptiness and loneliness, yeah, and this is a big thing: is use your imagery, use your emotions to connect with whatever's being played out here. Because for me, it's like, it's leading up to an emptiness, it's leading up to a loneliness, even though there was this beautiful melody that was playing. All right. And with that being said, hey, if other people are playing this game, they should be going to these layers or these depths. Don't think that, oh, he's predicting it. Oh, he's played the entire game before. No, I have not. No, I have not. I like, people should be willing to go to these depths. I am not a music theorist in any capacity, but I have a little bit of music background. People should spend the time to try and analyze as much as is out there, to break it apart altogether. And with that being said, are you guys ready? You got a media literacy. Are you guys ready? Omori is a game. Let's do it. I know, 30 minutes. Unhopes, thank you so much, by the way. I appreciate it. You're a goat. You're a goat. I don't remember most things. Wait, don't worry. Everything's gonna be okay. No matter what happens, promise me that will be there for each other. Oh. Oh. Promise me. Also, Ren, thanks so much for the subs. I'll fully acknowledge you in a second here. Hold on. No! No! Wait! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You have been living here for as long as you can remember. I completely forgot a lot about this. I only remember certain instances. So first off, I want to say a huge thank you to Daryl. Thanks so much for the 50 bits. Oh my gosh, I haven't wanted to play this game for so long. My single favorite game ever changed my life. The music's too much. I learned to play it on piano. That's amazing. Also, Rinks, thanks so much for the 1, 2, 3, 4, however many gifted subs. I really, really do appreciate it. You're the best. But the reason why I said oh no, there was a client recently who started talking to me about an instance like this, right? And we were doing a lot of Gestaltian therapy. And again, this is the difference between a therapist and a psychologist. Therapists will only focus on one specialization, like narrative therapy. The psychologist will focus on all specializations: narrative therapy, attachment therapy. Like, we have a lot of the therapies and counseling methods down already, right? So we're able to switch within them. One of the big things that comes up to me, and one of the big things that I like, as I was talking to my client about, we were doing a lot of Gestaltian forms of therapy and a lot of aspects of what Gestaltian is in general is a way to go ahead and look internally. Sometimes we'll use imagery and aspects of self, right? And I remember talking to this client, and they were describing the fact that they have many versions of themselves, right? And I'll bring this up as a way to go ahead and showcase this. They have many versions of themselves. This is brought from Brenner's ecological theorem, where they sometimes envision themselves here, right, as an individual. And then they'll place themselves like, okay, if something were to change in the microsystem, how would it affect me? If something were to affect, like, what would happen if some major calamity were to happen in the exosystem, right? Like something completely out of their control, how would that affect me? And they would go up and down this thing every single time, to a point where they started developing a fear of change. They started developing a fear, an aspect of like a fear of change. So as we were doing an imagery exercise, and I kept talking about, like, well, where do you go? What is your safe space? And this person tells me, saludos desde Mexico. Ah, pues saludos. And a lot of people tell me, like, this client told me, was like, hey, I don't have a safe space. Ever since I was a kid, and I remember this, I was like, oh no. They told me, ever since I was a kid, mom and dad would fight. Why do you have these images pre-opened? I have a literal thing that I'm clicking on this side, and it's also wow. Why do I have the images pre-opened? Look, I can literally click right or left, and it'll come through, because this is for analysis. I always have them, and I have my wizard theories here, my psychology theories over there. So one of the big things that they kept talking about was that they didn't have a safe space. And they would tell me, hey, when I was a kid, I would invent my own safe space. Mom and dad, mom was always worried sick. Mom was always worried sick. And she was overprotective to the point where they would get him in trouble. And dad would come home drunk and start nothing but fights. And so as a kid, the only thing that he was able to escape to was his own head. And he was like, you know, he continued telling me that like he tried to go for achievements, he tried to go for a lot of things that he would feel fulfilled in, that would like try and get some sort of positive recognition. But instead of getting that positive recognition, what would often happen is they would tell them, hey, your brother did better, your brother's doing this, your sister's doing this, right? And the accomplishments and the, you know, sense of being, feeling proud would go away because it was always driven onto others. And so growing up, the only thing that this person would feel was pain. It was like the only place that they could escape to from all of the trauma and everything that was going on was into his own mind. And for him, a big way that he would describe it is a room with nothing in it but himself. A room with four walls, nothing in it but himself. And that broke me. Like hearing a person struggle, and everyone has a different journey that we've been on, but hearing them say, the only place that I could feel safe at, the only place that I felt like I could even cry, was not in the real world here, it was in that space. Thank you so much, Molly. When you're struggling with trauma, nowhere feels safe. When I wasn't doing well, I would repeatedly say I want to go home. I would say this despite being at my house because what I actually wanted, I couldn't express what was to feel safe. Yeah. Did he wrap his arms around his legs? He's doing the child's pose. Isn't that like a child's pose where you sit down and you wrap your hands around your knees? That's... I used to always hide under my blanket and pretend I was somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. And what do we find here, right? And let's make it symbolic. A notebook, a computer, a cat, and some tissues. Fetal positions, yeah. Self-comforting. Wow. How much until a safe space... Yeah, it was fetal pose, but you guys know what I meant. A secure position, yeah. How much until a safe space is no longer safe, chat? Has a safe space ever been ruined for you? And how was that ruined? Oh. Waiting for something to happen? Oh. But that's what happens for a lot of people. They get stuck. I love this game because I brought someone there to share it before they did awful things, but thankfully going back there on my own to reclaim it. Really comfy. It was ruined because everyone I cared about left. On Hope's, I am so sorry to hear that. And it became empty, I guess. So, are you currently taking... I am not Imare. At the moment, I'm like... sometimes I work 11, 12 hours, Imare, because I work essentially as the director of many other psychologists and therapists and case managers and stuff. You know, and it takes a lot. So unfortunately, it's long work hours, so I'm not taking any clients at the moment. I'm sorry about that, but I really do hope that you can find a therapist or psychologist in your area. When I was a kid, I was feeling stressed. I could cover myself with blankets and pretend the whale was swallowing me. Oh. One of the big things that strikes me is you can get lost in a space like this. And just like there is a safe space, there, yeah, just like there is a safe space, there can be spaces that can be absolutely demolished, right? Where individuals that we bring in can demolish our safe space, where we sometimes feel the need to rage in our safe space, so much so that it no longer becomes safe in of itself. That is a big element altogether. I feel like this game probably touched on a lot of y'all in some capacity. Because I'm going to ask this, and I ask these questions to chat, but also to you on the VOD watchers, because this is a conversation between me, you, and the game. And please, if there's something that's critical to the game that I don't know about, that I should know about, let the mods know. This is about analyzing the thing, not about like reacting to it, right? So we're trying to go ahead and get the best possible things that are out there. So I'm going to ask this. How many of you guys, or you all in general, were lonely? Feel lonely? You might be in a room full of people and you still feel alone in there. How many of y'all grew up with expectations to act differently than what your age is? How many of you are lonely or were lonely? Raboshia, I didn't have friends until high school. And how was that? That's a long time to go without friends. I haven't ever not been lonely. Don't call me out. And what does it mean for you, right? Because it's like sometimes we grow accustomed to our loneliness, and sometimes that loneliness can consume us. The last time I had friends, it's miserable. Everyone I tried to make friends with was just people who were trying to use me as a punching bag for their jokes. Oh no. It has an Omori spoiler board said there is a thread on Discord. There was a time where I felt most lonely when I was in a place with me often. I'll be honest, people go through major transitions in their life, right? And one of the big ones is like school age children growing all the way up until you're, in high school and graduating, right? Where a lot of people feel lonely in the fact that you make friends not because you want to make friends, but because they're and they meet all your requirements, but because they're the only people there. And maybe they pay more attention to you than your parents do. So in a big way, you might connect with people that you wouldn't normally connect with in that regard. Right? And sometimes we just grow up to try and fit in, try and be lonely, perfect our mask and smile and laugh at jokes that were not funny because we wanted to go ahead and find some sort of belonging. On the other hand, there's another sense of loneliness, another milestone of loneliness that comes through. There's a couple, of course, a relationship ending, someone passing away, but the other major one is when you graduate from school altogether. Another major one is when you graduate from school altogether. And then a loneliness seeps in where all your friends are getting married, having kids, they're too busy with work. And they slowly start to distance themselves. And now their priorities are no longer checking in and seeing how you're doing and trying to make a night to hang out. Now their priorities are with their families. And now you're left in a new state of loneliness as an adult and trying to find and create friendships and trying to find ways to figure yourself out in the process and find ways. And it's scarier as an adult to try and make friends because as kids, we were put together in an environment where you're kind of forced to interact with one another daily. But as an adult, you're not forced to interact with one another. And now it's up to you to use Discord, scramble onto Twitter or Reddit or Tumblr or Pinterest and find a way to connect. Otherwise, you will be lonely. And that is scary. That can be terrifying. As I'm looking at the character here and I'm seeing this space, it makes me wonder if this is the light space, right? This happy space, whatnot, is there a dark space? That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer. I don't know. All of us have light and dark aspects of ourselves. Light aspects that we try and keep hidden and, try to keep protected. And, like this is our safe space. And shadow selves where sometimes that inner trauma and vitriol and hatred at times come out in ways that we didn't think are okay or normal or so on and so forth. And we try to keep them separated from ourselves in the middle where we try and go ahead and naturalize it, Thanks for all the follows, guys. I appreciate it. All the subs and follows. Unhopes, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Only Watch Psyculturists. I almost feel like there are people right now because there's so many people that there's less opportunity. Yeah. It's my computer. Yeah. And that's the thing is, there's even a computer in here. Right? You booted up your laptop. What would you like to do? How many of you all do this? I do this. I come home from work most days. I go in at like 4 or 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning some days. I come out 6 p.m., 7 p.m. some nights. I come home and I just boot up the computer. Not even throw on a YouTube video, but maybe just stare at it and try to de-stress. Procrastinate even. Wow. Because we find this to to be a safer space than doing anything. All right. You stared at the screen. What would you like to do? Open my journal. Today I spent time in the white space. Everything was okay. Today I visited my friends. Everything was okay. Today I visited my friends. Everything was okay. Today I visited my friends. Everything was okay. Today I spent time in the white space. Everything was okay. Today I spent time in the white space. Everything was okay. Today I visited my friends. Everything was okay. Is there something that's striking to you? Exactly. There are no emotions in here. There are no emotions in here. That's a big element. There are no emotions listed. I feel. Today I felt happy. I spent some time in the white space, and then I went and visited my friends, and they had a lot to say. I felt overwhelmed and I came home. No, none of that. Emotion is devoid. Where would you see someone write something like this? In kids that have gone numb. Kids that have gone numb from trauma write like this. Kids that have gone numb from trauma write like this. Where it is not safe to showcase their emotions, so they isolate themselves. Could the background of a wall meaning self-isolation? Yeah, scared to show too much, and so there's a wall for a wallpaper. I really admire words cannot describe how happy you're playing this and analyzing this masterpiece. Thank you. I feel like he's trying to convince himself that he's okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you mean? That's not normal? No, it's not. It's not. It's a big aspect of this. For me, it sounds as though, writing everything was okay, not really putting any emotion or any sense of self in it, for me, showcases a sense of, like, number one, right? Numbness, right? Maybe trying to convince yourself that everything is okay, but it's not, right? Nothing bad happened here. Everything was okay. Nothing bad happened here. Everything was okay. But there is no emotions in this. So for me, it's like, are you scared of showing emotions, of being vulnerable, of going through aspects like this? than a literal wall. The heat from the laptop warmed your leg. It felt nice. Is that the warmth that you haven't felt in a while? That's a really weird thing to come into. Yeah, and the repetitiveness of the days. Yeah, it's a repetitiveness. It's a repetitive nature, right? Repetitive nature of the days like blurring into one another, right? In the same way that this music is repetitive in of itself. But also, him saying the heat from the laptop warmed their leg and it felt nice. As though this heat is supposed to be warmth that maybe they haven't felt in a while. That's oof. Your sketchbook. Take a look inside. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. The bat slide with full of blood. The cat being there. Let's break this down. So whenever I was doing like art therapy for kids, right? Group therapy, and one of the components was doing art. Something that became very apparent is kids will lay down their emotion in art. 100%. This first one, just the face, you know, kind of looks worried with the red marker, right? Immediately, like if I saw this, I would probably ask, like, hey, what does this mean to you? By the way, if you have kids or you have like little nieces and nephews and they're doing weird art, ask, please. If not for you, for me, ask. What does this mean? Have them tell you what the art means. A lot of kids will find it easier to put their emotions, their traumas, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything into art before actually saying it out loud. Look at, yeah. In my pieces, I used to show, yeah. Another one in here, right? Them being in the middle, all the eyes and hands around. Looks like a cat, right? One of the cat, and then I don't know what the other part is, like tentacles. But then in between is a knife, and it looks like it's his hand, and in the knife, it looks like there's blood. At various levels. Now this is really concerning for me. With this one, I would ask. I would be very upfront and be like, hey, I see that you have knives and you have blood in here, and one of the hands is bloody here, and one of your eyes is darkened, right, with a little bit of red in there. Has anyone hurt you? Like, or have you hurt yourself? Please talk to me about it. Tell me about it. The fucking meat cleaver, yeah. And that's one of the big things is asking, like, hey, like, if you are harming yourself, like, where does this come from? Let's get you help. Let's be there for you. And then the Planet X, Drink X, Cat X, Diamond X, Crown X, Cracked Egg, Duck. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Could be het. Is it safe to feel good? Like, is it help you to cope with, or should I go to therapy? anything that is your safe space is stuff that is currently helping you to cope with the world around you, you know. Um, that can be positive, and at times it can be negative. But in a moment like this that I'm looking at this, I'm worried for this kid. I am really worried for this kid. The symmetry in it is one thing as well, but the butcher knives and the blood and all of that. Okay, the cat, and it looks to be raining blood to other cats. Do they feel like the cat is the only cats are the only thing that like sort of see what's happening? That there's a lot of pain in this as a lifeline, yeah. And then this next one, it looks like a bunch of humanist guys, and then blood just falling down on them. The next one, them in a bathtub, filled to the brim, reading a book with their laptop on the side. It gives me the overstimulation vibe. It can. Or maybe he just likes the kid a lot. He's quite artistic, yeah. Pets won't judge you? Absolutely, right? Hold on. I don't have to work in therapy industry. I heard someone suffered. Yeah. And this one, the cat's not in it because, of course, it is a bathtub. But it does look like escapism in a big way. You know, where maybe they are overstimulated. Maybe they are going through whatever. But they have too many things to escape into, right? You have the person, you know, the moon on one side, and yet rain clouds down under here. It's as though escapism is the only way for this individual to go through. Yeah, and then you have clothes drying, right? But then you have a bra and you have other things in there, and some light. Plus one viewer, depressive. Yeah, well, instances where we're going through depression and major elements like this, we tend to go ahead and stay in the water a little bit longer. Absolutely. And then the eyes on the wall being watched. So not even while taking a shower does he truly feel safe. Do they truly feel safe? Okay. Next one looks like a snake with a bunch of cats around. Maybe friends, someone with a bow on their head. A ball of jellyfish looking thing. The cat again, but the cat doesn't look too good. I like how this one has friends at different layers, right? Why are they happy inside a... Yeah. No, I don't think they hired a psychologist to do this game. I think a lot of this comes from putting yourself in a position of a particular character and their struggles, you know? The girl at the bottom too, right. And covered with my basic, just speaking with them a few times helped my perspective on my problems and things. That's great. That is great. But this cat one has me worried. What does it mean? Cats were usually their safe space, but it looks as though there's red under. Is the cat even alive in this instance, right? Or not, right? And then like the big cat there being scratched out with red, which red being blood, right? Cake. Yeah. Cake full of eyes. Fair enough. I wouldn't want that either. And then this other one just being like a whole... Question for you. Does our character still have friends? The reason why I look at this is what would come to mind for me about this is the playground is bloody, and the playground is where you make friends. So comes in the main question is, are the friends real? Are the friends real? It looks like things have shattered. So there's blood. They're being watched. A playground that's supposed to be a safe space for a lot of kids to be able to go out and be kids is no longer that. It's different. Next one. I'm looking at that and I'm like, one of the like a ball is on fire, you know. The hands are there, which was symbolism for this first one here, right? So it's making me wonder what happened in this regard and what areas of pain are there, right? Mm-hmm. Next one. Notice how it's a cat taking care of him and not like their parents. It's a cat that's taking care of them, sorry, and not their parents. And hands underneath, reaching up, the bed black. What sort of trauma or secrets does our character have? Because the hands reaching up, it's making me wonder, okay, why is this hand imagery continuously coming up? And what does it mean for him or for them? For, by the way, sorry, because we don't fully know their pronouns. What does it mean for them for these hands to be coming through like this, right? And for them to realize that a cat is the one that's comforting them whenever they're sick. The next one, the light bulb. One light bulb completely darkened out, the other one turning red, and the other one's having red in their eyes, or in their bulbs, I guess. But they look like eyes. And one of them being cut off completely. Why only red and black as a color, right? I hope it's okay with you guys that I'm taking my time. Okay, Omori's pronouns are he, him. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope you guys don't mind that I'm taking my time with this. We're here for the yapping. Thank you. It feels as though there's a bulb that's supposed to be here that isn't. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's another rope that's supposed to be here with another bulb, but the bulb isn't there, as though the bulb has been cut off, right? And there's red on that. And if red means blood, then to me this symbolizes that more than likely either this bulb is like, if a bulb represents a person, that this bulb is more than likely not there, was a person that's no longer there, something in this capacity. The one with darkness shrouding it, sort of, for me, if this is Omori, then this probably symbolizes that they have a hidden aspect to them, right? That even though they're supposed to show light, it is obscured. And why is it obscure? Because its lens is dirty, and its lens is configuring or hiding the truth. On the other hand, we have this red one here, which for me, if red symbolizes blood, more than likely means that this is somebody that's been stained, right? If the aspect is stained, but the bulb hasn't fallen in the same way that the others have, then more than likely this is someone that either has seen or knows something, or is in extreme pain, hurt, certain things, or maybe is related to the other major red tie up here. The other three have little red in them, so they have to be connected in some capacity. And then there is the hands in there as well. And then there is this red one in here, which is similar to the hands that are over here. You know, it feels as though they're all connected by one common stream. And just a piece. And then just a piece. And then just a piece on the... Whoa. Alrighty. That's... Whew. Whew. Thanks so much for all the follows. If you're lurking in here and you haven't followed, what are you doing? Why aren't you following? You should give us a big old follow. Come and join. Especially if you're liking the deep analysis that we're doing and deconstructing everything that we can, because there's layers in here. So it makes me wonder. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Omori. We're missing two more. We're missing 2 more. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this hopscotch like a resemblance of like Omori's friendships? Wow, epic. I know, right? Peak games on Friday and peak video games on Sunday. Yeah, both. Is this hopscotch a representation? Where's 4? Well, I guess 4 is it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But not 6. Why the meat though? Well, for me, there's semblances of it. Number 1. Well, there's no 4 for the hops. There is no 4 for the hops. It's just a blackened out piece, you know? So, yeah. Eating the cake there. There's a lot to analyze in here, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Great job. And I'm sure I missed a lot of information, but this bulbs one is speaking out to me. Like, why is one completely obscured, one red, then the others have this red aspect to them? Anyway. Something fell nearby. Ooh. Stop. No. Wait. No. You got a shiny knife. A shiny knife. Can't we just... You stared at the door. Stop. No. It's so far out. All right, you guys ready to continue? Are you all ready to continue? The knife is just for pie. Yes. The knife is just for pie. Yeah, I know that the bulb is dark. I've been commenting on the dark bulb. It's you. Are you? I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, we're playing Omori. Yo, Unhopes, thank you for another 50 subs, you goat. Oh my god. Unhopes, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Absolute legend. Unhopes. Thank you. What is this? I see. Unhopes, thank you so much. Absolute legend. Drop some Doritos for Unhopes, everyone. What an insane W. Unhopes, absolutely amazing. Drop some W for Unhopes, everyone. So I can't stray too far away from this space, the safe space, without these hands, and these might even be barriers or safety barriers that like maybe they inputted, so that way like he doesn't stray too far from it. See what I'm getting at? It's as though that these hands are just altogether Omori. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry, I need the Delta Room control scheme here. It's gonna make my life easier. There we go. That's much easier for me to acknowledge. A shiny new knife. You can see your reflection in the blade. Jowser, thanks so much for the sub, and Kaidogi, thanks so much as well. Appreciate it. Maybe it's only interactable. Sad poem inflicts sad on a friend or a foe. Acts first, reducing damage for 1 turn. Okay. Alright, you guys ready? Oh, do nothing. Leaving your safe space is scary, Omori. I get it. Wherever it is. Look into the bulb? Sure. It's pitch black inside. You can't see a thing. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. It's pitch black inside. You can't see a thing. So is that how Omori it like presents to others in that way? You know, where others might not necessarily be able to fully see inside him and see that truth. It's pitch black. All right, let's open the door. An hour and 14 minutes. An hour and change. And it's not like we're trying to do this on purpose. Like, we're spending our time with it. Unhopes, absolute legend. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. Hi, Omori. We were hoping that you'd come by soon. And they all have color. Want to play cards with us? We were just about to start another game. Oh, whoops. Never mind. Oh man, what the heck, Aubrey? You messed up all the cards, Kel. I was winning too. Hey there, Kel. There's no need to get angry. It's just a game after all. Don't give me that, hero. You only say that because you were losing. And oh, they have a light bulb. A tentacle is poking out of the ground. You got a stuffed toy. Oh. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys walking on a railroad track. Question for you all. Is this just another space? Maybe a space to retain. This is going to sound crazy, and I know it is. But again, dealing with a lot of children and adults who have gone through a lot of traumatic aspects, I've seen stuff very similar to this in this regard, right? Where this sort of becomes a memory, right, of what their childhood may have been like. Or like, you know, your brain creates new scenarios and things with friends in order to keep you stable, right? Yes, that is a single bean on a plate, because this is all mystical and magical and whimsical. A photo of someone familiar. Who is that someone? And they have two candles near them. A fluffy pillow shaped like the head of a girl. A neatly wrapped present. A blender. A baseball bat. Baseball and a baseball bat. Toast! You made toast. Waiting for something to happen. Yeah, and that's sort of what I'm kind of going into, Sea Masters. For me, this feels like another layer of escapism, and it's making me wonder, for Omori, is Omori, and this is a rhetorical question, this is a form of thought that I'd be getting. What age is Omori actually? Right? Because this can happen if they're 10, 9, whatever, right? And not much time has changed, and this is another form of escapism, especially for kids. TV, hanging out with friends, all of these stuff, right? But then all of a sudden, it becomes into this. In the journal, we saw that this is almost an occurrence that happens daily, or even more so than that. So it comes in, or one of the big things that comes through is, how long has this been happening? And for Omori, why is this happening? Where everyone else is in color but them. As though they don't deserve to have color in them. As though they still need to go ahead and cover up that aspect within themselves. Why is Kel always so mean? You know, the other day that good for nothing stole my stuffed toy and hid it somewhere in this room? Why would he do something like that? He's so mature. I mean, what did I ever do to him? Oh, I know. Can you find my stuffed toy for me, Omori? Pretty please? Is that... Could it be? Oh, Aubrey snatched the stuffed toy from you. Hey, Kel. Look, it's my stuffed toy. What the heck? Where did you get that? Omori found it. Lucky for me, I've got some real friends. Serves you right, Kel. You should know better than to pick on others. Oh, but Aubrey started it. She was the one who was making fun of me for the mole on your what? Aubrey. Fine. Thank you, Omori. I knew I could count on you. You're the best. Man! Aubrey always gets what she wants. Hey, Omori. I'm glad that's all settled. Those two always seem to be bumping heads. What happened? Mary and Basil or Basil? English is my second language, so I always struggle with pronunciation. I'm sorry. Basil invited us for a picnic at the playground. On his what? Did you want to go see them? Yeah, let's go see them. All right, everyone. Let's go see Mary and Basil. 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 Going out, Omori? Here's your allowance for today. Why is the snake giving me An allowance. Why is the snake giving me an allowance? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, projecting the. Is it a projection of his parents as like animals that can hurt him? A snake, right? You want to play cards with your friends? Sure. Before we go out, that is. I never questioned that in Brazil without the R. Oh no! I wanted to see them play cards. Where does the snake keep his clams in its mouth? But again, this is sort of what kids do, right? Is kids find ways to anthropomorphize, which means turning inanimate objects or other things into lesser threatening items or whatnot. So their parents are so scary that they would rather turn them into snakes than see them as parents. Think about that, chat. Does Omori would rather see their parents as snakes than as parents. And that's even a big thing because it comes in with this, right? Are like number one, this can be because of a variety of things. Are the parents even there, right? Or if they are there, are they threatening? If they're not there, then is it easier to imagine a parent actually being there? And the only way that you can imagine a parent is as a snake. Wow, they're playing hard here. Does this go infinitely? Yeah, Omori's not even playing cards. He's just observing them, you know? Oh. And then it starts back up again. But Omori never played any cards. He's just there observing. And the big cat observing. Oh yeah, fresh air at last. Gotta love that nature. Well, let's go. Wait a sec. Help me, guys, I'm stuck. Only if you say please. Gil, stop messing around and get me out of here. Okay, fine. Please. Wait, what do you mean, please? Differently, I'm actually relaxed and vibe to it. Yeah, people can have different interpretations of the same thing, and that's one of the big elements through it, right? Well, sorry, princess. Stuffed toy, Mr. Planting! It makes a weird noise when you punch it. A rubber ball, playground tested and child approved. Spatula, good for flipping burgers. Is no one gonna question why Omori just has a knife? They have health bars, yeah. Is no one gonna question why Omori has a knife? I played Chapter 2 of Deltarune on Friday. Chapter 2, Part 1 on Friday. Hector can talk, but is very shy. He's a good friend. What the heck? Pep talk can make a friend or a foe happy. Guard acts first, reducing damage. Annoy makes a friend angry or foe. Guard, okay. And then hero. Cook heals a friend for 75% of their heart. Can be used outside of battle. Cost 10. Nice. Nice. Ooh, okay. Nice. Do you want to build tank houses with your friends? Let's make memories. Makes an eggplant. One goes out swimming. And he makes a cat. They look so cute. They're so tiny. Little bonding activities and stuff. And he's just out there swimming. See, but everyone else stopped sort of working, but Omori is still working on the cat. That is interesting. Oh! You're afraid of drowning. Oh! Okay, well, I guess that was a fear. She's gonna be so wet. That's great. Okay. Oh god, these character designs. Oh god. And yet it's still all whimsical in nature, right? Mary, Basil. Oh, hello, Aubrey. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Kel's being mean to me again. Mary, oh no, not again. How could he? Psst, I'm not being mean. Aubrey's just being all whiny. Well, Kel? Well, Kel, you've made a very convincing point. Now, I don't know who to believe. Believe me. Madi? Mary? Same. No, believe me. Sigh. Settle down, you two. Why does it always have to be like this? Mari, chin up, hero. Look at you being all responsible, right? I really like that about you. Come on, Mari. Not now. Oh, hero, you know I'm just teasing. You're so cute when you get all flustered. When we were waiting for you guys, Basil and I were going through his photo album. Did you want to join us? Of course. After all, we're the ones in the pictures, aren't we? Basil, get a load of this. Come on, Basil, take a picture of me. Sorry, Kel. I only take photos of people when they least expect it. You like to take photos of people acting naturally when they're not in front of a camera, right, Basil? Yeah. There's something special about everyone living their own lives. Those are the moments I want to capture. So, like, we just have to pretend you're not here. I guess you can put it that way. Sure, I can do that. Did you want us to show you your photo album now, Basil? Oh, okay, but it's nothing amazing. Oh, Basil, stop doubting yourself. I'm sure they'll be great. You're right, Aubrey. Sorry. I'll try to believe myself more. Here. This way we can all see. Oh! Oh, look at that! Look at that. Basil looking all happy. Oh. Them working on this. Watermelons. She got the milk. Thank you for your chat on all you do. My family just dropped me off at college. Oh, that's amazing, Rach. I appreciate that. Hope you're gonna have a great time in college there. All right, let's go. Let's go back and read. Mari is teaching everyone how to make flower crowns. Omori and Kel are holding Mari's example. So pretty. Omori and Kel gave up and ran off, but Aubrey and I got the hang of it real quick, real fast. Hero's still making his flower crown. It's still taking him a little while, but he's getting it. You have to admire his persistence. Everyone's eating watermelons. So juicy. Aubrey has some seeds on her face. Maybe someone should tell her. Kel drinking a bottle of milk. His favorite. I shouldn't get too close or he might get my camera wet. Mari and Hero take a picture of us. Everyone thinking a flower crown really suits me. Why is it that this is gonna sound weird? Why is it that Basil is like the opposite of Omori? Like, Basil's colors are very different from everybody else, right? Like, not necessarily the opposite, but like Basil's colors are vibrant, you know, more so than everybody else in that regard. Omori's there, but it's like they complement one another as though they're there for one another. I don't know. Like, I look at some of the other ones and I'm like, okay, like, but Basil's it's the flower crown, I think. They're contrasting, yeah. But it works nicely together, right? All right. Everyone thinks the flower crown really suits me. Hero leaning in for a smooch. Kel looks annoyed. Ah, brotherly love. Okay. We're having a picnic today. Mari wanted to take a picture of everyone. Say cheese. Omori just doesn't even care. The other ones are in pajamas. Could be, yeah. After eating, everyone fell asleep except Hero and Mari. Oh, and they're touching hands? And they're touching hands? Yeah, Kel is knocked out. Omori's huddled up in like a safe position there. Wait, who took this picture? Oh, it was Basil. As if me going to a non-room. How lewd. This friend group is great. I'm kind of getting sleepy myself. Kel said he took a picture of himself on accident, but I don't believe him. Wow. All of our feet, but yet you can't see Omori's feet because he'd rather darken it out. Omori is hiding, is dealing with a lot of guilt or a lot of trauma to the point where he can't even see his own feet. His own agents of change have completely been shadowed in this world, have been dulled out because we do not deserve and he does not believe in his ability to like be clean and be open about what may have or may have not have happened in this aspect of things, right? All our feet in the circle is the reference that all of them, unless they're socks, that all of them, right, are showcasing their feet, right, openly. Unless that darkness is the same darkness that's in the bulb, the same darkness that Omori is viewing himself through, in which he is not able to go ahead and showcase the light within. One or the other. If they're just socks, then yeah. Can you get whose feet are whose? But it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. Huh. They're socks. There are good socks. That is cute. With socks? Yeah, no, it's still symbolic. It is still absolutely symbolic of it. These photos are also charming, Basil. As these shoes or your socks. Really know how to capture a moment. Thanks. I didn't take all of them though. Mari likes to steal my camera sometimes. Only sometimes. Huh. I have an idea. Did y'all want to come out and hang out at my house? Little Sprouts wanted to show everyone. Come on, they're really cute. Yeah, sure, that sounds fun. Let's go. Once we get to Basil's house, that's where I stopped playing last time. Legitimately. I remember going through this, but like the first time that I played this, as I mentioned earlier on stream, that's where it all stopped. I think I'll sit this one out. Mari? You all go out and enjoy yourselves. If you're ever feeling weary, you can always stop by one of my picnics. I'll always have fresh refreshments. Yes. Still black and white. Why black socks and not... Oh, no, I'm white. Not white? Yeah. You guys have to remember, symbolism is... Not everything's going to be presented immediately through this, right? Not everything's going to be showcased like, here you go, here's all the answers. You have to read between the character dynamics, what is being presented and why. I'll have some refreshments ready. And you can even save using my picnic basket. Oh, nice. Thanks, Mari. You're always doing so much for us. Bye, Mari. We'll see you again. Run along now. Have fun. You know where to find me. Why is Mari not joining the group, though? Ah, yes. Yeah, let's get some candy. You and your friends feel like nutritious candy. Omori, Forest Playground, Prologue. Is all of this a memory, chat? This is where this is coming down into the whimsical world. Mari not joining us. Mari just staying there. Not even a memory, but more so like a... Could be a memory, could be hallucination, could be a mix of things, right? Where maybe the only real person in here is Omori. And everyone else in here is just him working through whatever trauma or aspect may have come through in his life. No boss zone. Violators will be prosecuted. Okay. I'm gonna swing to the moon. To the moon! I like puzzles. Okay. Hey, Omori, guess what? I got some plans today. Big plans. Just stay put for a while. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Barely talks so fast when she's excited. Oh, okay. It gets really hard to keep up. Oh. Hey, wait just 1 second. Where do you think you're going? You can't leave without joining us for a game of hide and seek. Stay and play hide and seek with us. The more the merrier. You want to play hide and seek again? But you know how this turned out last time. Yeah. Sorry, Burley. I think we're gonna have to pass. We're going to Basil's house now, so we'll catch up with you later. Not so fast. You guys trying to avoid me again, huh? What's up with you two? Is it my face? My rough and tough exterior? At the very least, I'm not as bad as boss. It's a good thing I banned them from playground after what happened last time. I wonder what that moron is up to now. Eh? Good riddance. So, you want to play hide and seek, Basil? I can go either way. There's no rush to get to my house after all. I think I'll leave it up to Omori. What do you want to do? Omori, my best friend. Come on, you know how to play hide and seek, don't you? Yeah? That's what I thought. What's stopping you then? Come on, let's play. I'll round everyone up. 10 hut. Oh gosh. All right, maggots, here are the rules. We're gonna be entertaining ourselves with the little game of hide and seek. Here in my hands, I got some straws, see? Everyone's gotta pick a straw. The one with the shortest straw has to be it, and we'll have to find everyone else. Sounds easy enough, right? Let me guess. I'm gonna be it. We all got our straws. Good. Now let's see who's gonna be it. Well. Looks like the one with the shortest straw is Omori. How'd I know? There were things I didn't do last time. I'm like, wait. Why does Chris look black and white? Whoop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, he's never lucky. Well, wait, Omori is it? But Omori doesn't like to be alone. Are you gonna be okay, Omori? I can take your place if you want. I don't mind, really. Hey, I hear you plotting over there. The straws make the rules, not me. Come on, don't be babies. It ain't so bad. Omori will be fine. When you're ready to play, walk up to the tether bubble and close your eyes. No peeking or else. Don't worry, Omori. I know you'll be okay. You can do this. I believe in you, Omori. You got this in the bag, buddy. You'll be fine, Omori. Just believe in yourself. Nice goes. I wonder where me and Nose should hide. Can I even hide around here? Charlene! I'll try my best. Yawn. I feel sleepy. Yay! It's time to play! Sigh. I don't even know where to hide. I'm not creative at all. Alright, let's do it. Just kids playing hide and seek. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you guys notice how the only friends that Omori has are the human ones? Everyone else has been anthropomorphized. Y'all realize that? Everyone else has been anthropomorphized. Has been changed. But only Omori's friends so far are human. Again, that is a way for, because your brain is trying to go ahead and process things, right? Especially for kids. Whenever your kid's brain is trying to process trauma or a lot of instances of a stressful event, an acute stressor incident, you'll see a lot of kids that anthropomorphize all of these things, right? Whoa, you found me! Now I can help you find everyone else. Just don't tell Burley about this, huh? Nose goes! Shh, if you're too loud, they'll hear us. Bun goes! Be quiet, Nose, we're hiding, remember? Aha! We found you, Bun and Nose. They found us! Nose goes! I can't stay mad at you. Let's play patty cake. Okay. Turns out, there's not many places to hide for a guy my size. But it was still fun. As long as Burley is happy, I'm happy. Aww. Darn, you found me. I guess that means I lose. You know what Happy would say right now? She'd say something like, bangs, you should always try your best at everything. How else will awesome people find you? Next time, I guess. Boing, it's me, Happy. You found me, so I gotta do something else now. I'm gonna go count the alphabet backwards. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, O, M, O. Oh no. Suspicious mailbox. Huff, puff. We're not playing, we're exercising. Ah! Where am I? Sigh. Sigh. I was dreaming I was on a private beach. So lovely. On every side when suddenly, wham! And now here I am. I must have fallen asleep while hiding. I guess it's the game for me. Aww. You found me. Darn. Let's find everyone together, Omori. Yes. A yo-yo. Wait a minute. Hey. Oh, hey, guys. You know, I found a really good hiding spot, but Sean and Ren invited me to join them under their exercise routine. It's fun. You should really try this. It's really a workout. Oh, man, I'm so tired. Wow, you really don't know how to say no to anyone, huh, Hero? Come on, Hero. We gotta help Omori find everyone else. All right. I'm coming. Bye, Sean. Bye, Ren. That was fun. Yeah, let's do this again. Bye, Hero. There's a straw in the ground. Pull it out. Burly? Took you guys long enough. I thought I was gonna suffocate in there. How'd you like my hiding spot? Pretty good, eh? Poor Hero. Looks like you pretty much found everyone else too. Unexpected, but I like it. Let's do a final roll call. 10 hut. Van. Here, Vaughn. Vaughn? Van? Here as always, buddy. Charlene. Here. Michael. Zzz. Oh, what gives? Happy. Browse. Ah. Bangs. Here. Bud. Here. Nose. Goes. Hero. Present. Kel. You really gotta do this every time, Burley. That was uncalled for. Aubrey. Here I am. Where's Basil? That's strange. I thought I saw him go under that tree over there hide. Basil, where are you? Can you hear us? Basil, you can come out now. You already won. Hello, Basil. Hey, there's Basil. Basil, are you okay? Are you stuck? Oh no. Boss, I should have known it was you. You're good for nothing, scoundrel. Let Basil go. Yeah, what did Basil ever do to you? Basil is our friend. Don't you dare hurt him. Let go of Basil, boss. He didn't do anything wrong. You stupid heads. You think this is about Basil? Don't play dumb. You know why I'm here. How dare you not invite me to hide and seek? I'm the one who showed up to play in the first place. You're not even playing it right. How can you call it hide and seek without any body slamming? Oh gosh. My flower crown! Hey, that flower crown was made for Basil. How could you? Let him go, you bully. No, if I can't play with everyone, then no one can. This is a boss-only zone now. And you're not invited! Oh gosh. I guess. We can guard? I see. Okay. Well, I'll guard for this first one. Aubrey guards. Hero guards. Omori reads a sad poem. Boss feels sad. Ooh. How does this... I'm trying to figure out the system. Wait up. Yeah, Toby Fox has taught me that we can... The stream really lagged for a second. Oh no. Okay. There is no... Is there no mechanic to just keep making them sad enough to let them go? Oh, Aubrey took a punch. Boss lost 4 juice. Right in the heart. Boss takes 14. Boss takes 12 damage. Wait, you weaklings. You call that an attack? It was adult. Boss takes 8, lost 3. Ooh. Okay. Eight. I'm trying to know what this. Hey, that kind of hurt. This isn't fun anymore. Boss cracks his knuckles. What will Omori do? The facial expressions in this or something else. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, his heart. Now I see. His lifeline is going down. Grr, now you've made me angry. It's time for my special move. Body slam! Oh gosh! Oh no! Hey, yo! Omori did not succumb. Huh? How are you still moving? Oh! Omori's party was victorious, and they all turned to toast. They all turned to toast. What is going on? You got 22 clams. This isn't fair. Rematch! I want a rematch! Oh, Basil, are you hurt? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm just fine. Boss, it must hurt to see people have fun without you, but that doesn't mean you can ruin other people's fun. I know that. Do you? There. Does that feel better? Basil, are you sure okay to do that? Boss is bad news. It's a good thing Omori held on during the final attacks, or else we all would have been toast. Ha! It's okay, I trust him. When you were all fighting, he tried really hard to make sure I didn't get hurt. Is that true, boss? Aw, that's a load of baloney. I don't need to hear these lies. This is my spot. No one welcome here. Oh, good night. No worries. I appreciate you, gamer girl. Well, he probably won't be a problem as long as he stays like that. I guess we can go to Basil's house now. That sounds good to me. We're leaving now, boss. Don't cause any trouble, okay? Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You and your friends feel new. Do you want to have a picnic with your friends? Sure. Oh, Omori with the flower crown. Cal just doing their thing. Hero on the corner. Basil just looking out into the yard. And Aubrey just there. Oh, welcome on through. No worries. Undertale, Diltrude. Cheese sandwich toast. This is great. A little representation, a little insight into how their family or their friend dynamics really work. All right, and with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all my non-binary pals, hey, we're gonna take a quick little break. It has been 2 hours since we started the game, or an hour and 28 minutes in-game time, but 2 hours overall. Quick little break, run to the restroom, grab a drink, grab a snack. I'm gonna leave it like this. We'll be right back. Is this going at a good pace for you guys? I hope it is. I hope it is. I don't know if it is or if it's not, but I hope it is. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If mods, if there's a way to go ahead and fix that flashiness that's happening, let me know in the Discord, please. Please just go ahead and send me a message there that we're going to fix it. Anyway, I really need to run to the restroom. Quick little pace, quick little break. We'll be right back. Chat, y'all are MVPs. A bunch of small toy cars. Hello, friends. Aw. The grass sure feels nice here. Want to join us, Omori? Sure. The stars shine bright. The stars like it's nighttime, but it's... Huh. You don't have a care in the world. Omori learned observe. Oh, okay. Ah! Peekaboo. Takes is literally how my girlfriend plays and watching. Why are people mad already at the speed that I'm going at? I'm sorry, this is an analysis. Wait, Mario, we're supposed to, it's just past the path south of the... I wanted to show everyone. Come on, they're really cute. Sure. When I'm done editing it, there's a lot to edit, guys. Yes, a valued customer. Welcome to my shop. Please buy something. Yeah. Let's say buy. Deals small damage to all foes and reduces their speed. It's not what you want. Inflicts what you want. It inflicts anger on a friend or foe. Apparently better than orange. Heals 25 juice. One more. Perfect. Thank you. I didn't know if that was a shot, but okay. Train station. To the left. Pinwheel house. Basil's house down low. And can we go to these other places? Wait, Wait, Omori, we're supposed to go to my house. Okay. I just finished for little sprouts. Come on, they're really cute. I watch it specifically for... I'm glad. Watering can. These are sunflowers. They're called that because they always face towards the sun. That's how I want to be like. Someone who always sees the bright side of things. Aww. These flowers are called Lily of the Valley. It's said that they're able to ward off evil spirits and help see people see a brighter future. I guess that's why they remind me of Mari. Aww. I always count on her to help me stay positive. Oh, you have flowers for everyone. Oh god. Whoa, what's that ugly plant creature? Did you know that, Kel? That's a sprout mole. Sprout moles are highly intelligent creatures, but become dangerously vicious when they're lost. Please, Mr. Sprout Mole, stop that. You're stomping all over the flowers. Oh god, here we go. Since Sprout Mole is angry, its attack is higher, but on the other hand, it's lowered its defense. So what you're saying is, now is the perfect time to strike. Come on, Omori, let's do this. $16 damage. Ooh. $18. Oh, we were victorious. Everyone's happy but Omori. Omori, you got 3 clams. Omori grew to level 2. Ah, most of the flowers are unharmed. That's a relief. Hey Omori, now that we're getting the hang of battling, here's a journal that we can keep track of any neat foes we come across. Here we'll give you the faux facts. Now it's in your pocket. The journal records it with it, but we might be in a pinch sometimes. Check it out in the player menu by pressing X. Faux fact. Use. A dangerous and hostile, ugly plant creature. It says it is smart, but do not believe it. It is not. It smells like dirty laundry. Oh, Omori. Omori. But it's not. Do not believe it. Oh. It's not that ugly. Yeah. Peace of mind saying that. I don't know. People got mad at the fact that I'm taking my time to analyze things. I mean, welcome to the channel. That's what I've always done. Omori has gained a level, you monster. These are roses. Can you guess what they remind me of? They remind me of Hero. Did you guess correctly? Roses come in many different colors and have their own unique meanings. Pink rose symbolizes admiration. Orange rose symbolizes passion. Yellow rose symbolizes friendships. And the list goes on and on. Hero doesn't remind me of any rose in particular. I think Hero's like all roses because he's versatile and universally loved. Universally loved. Ah, these types of flowers are called gladiolus. The what? Gladiolus, also known as the sword flower. As you might guess, they represent the strength of character. Someone who is honest with strong moral values. Someone who stands with their convictions. The gladiolus reminds me of Aubrey because she's always true to herself. Oh, I see. So what you're saying is Aubrey is really stubborn. Hey, no I'm not. Okay, let's move on. Honestly, like the flower, I'm always like super jealous of my horticulturalist friends because they know a lot about like flower meanings and like the psychology of flowers, right? And what it means to do certain things. That is huge. Like, Please, Mr. Sprout Mole, stop twirling. You're destroying all the flowers. When I catch up to the stream, no worries, no. I see. The Sprout Mole's happy. In that case, it has a higher chance to hit our weak spots and do more damage. Higher chance of missing. Can we do that? You can do it. I got happier. Has their eyes on Kel. Kel cards. Let's go. Lost Pro can't get many more happier. Okay, you can only get happy once then, yeah? Noted. Noted. We did it! You gained you got 4 clams. We seem to be running across foes with emotion. In case you didn't know, emotions help determine how strong or weak an attack is. Happy beats angry, angry beats sad. Sad beats happy. I even drew a little diagram on how they work. I'm no artist, but I think you'll get the point. I'll put it in your pocket. You got an emotion chart. You want to see? Yes. Okay, so then we have to use this emotions on ourselves as well, right? So if someone's angry, we should try and make the others happy to attack, yes? And if someone's sad, right, you should use angry to attack in the same way that if someone's happy, you should use sad to attack them. Defense up, speed down. Luck up, speed up, hit rate down. Like rock, paper, scissors. Some damage to heart may equal juice. Okay, happy beats angry, angry beats sad, sad beats happy. Noted. Noted. That's huge gameplay. That's cactus? Whoa, what are these flowers? They're cool and spiky. Actually, Kel, this is a cactus. It's more of a plant than a flower, and it's funny that you asked because they remind me of you. Is it because he's a prick? Hey, well, that too, but mostly because cacti are very sturdy and resilient plants by nature. I just used the acronym HASH for the emotions. Hey, they don't need that much to survive in certainly impossible conditions. I guess what I'm saying is that even you could take care of a cactus, Cal. Whoa, neat! Cacti are awesome. Oh god, don't tell me this is me. Ah, these are tulips. Oh, they're tulips. Okay, plain, simple, and bulbous, just like Omori. I don't know, I just think it's cute. Hey! Plain, simple, and cute? Basil, what are you trying to say? Basil, what are you trying to say? Plain, simple, and cute? White tulips. Oh. And bulbous. Oh no, another sprout mode. It's all good, Basil. We got the hang of this by now. This sprout mode is a bit sad. See how it's curled up in a fetal position? This means it won't do as much damage as normal, but it'll also take less damage to heart and will juice. How sad. Let's put it out of its misery. Right, Basil. Hey, yo. Basil got that infinite Riz. So then... Oh no, I'm out of juice. And that way they can use Pepto. Well, I guess I gotta go one round of just attack. Put it out of its misery. It is crazy. Let's see. Yeah, Omori attack. Oh, Kel. Runs away. Oh, runs around. You can do it. Kel feels happy. 5 out of 2. It's getting 4v1. Oh no. Sad B-Tappy. Shit, you're right. It was anger. Angry was what should have done it. Ah! Okay, that makes more sense. Oh. Aubrey grew to level 2. Kel grew to, Hero grew to level 2 and learned massage. Alright, here we go. What a beautiful... Whoa! Hi everyone! You came just in time for a lovely picnic. Feel free to rest. Everything's already set up. How did you get here before us? Yeah, some delicious food. Would you like to eat some? Sure. You and your friends feel like new. Thanks, Mari. You're the best. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just trying to look out for y'all. Oh, Mari, I wish I could be more like you. You always seem to have everything under control. That's not true at all. It just seems that way from the outside. Either way, you sure seem to make everything look easy. Yes, I agree. Mari is so effortlessly graceful. Don't you think so, Mari? Yeah. Oh, I guess I have to believe a little bit if all of you think so. My house is right down this way. We're all ready to go? I'm ready whenever you are. We'll catch you later, Mari. Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Common design, common whatever, is making me think that Mari, there's more to Mari than meets the eye. More than likely, we have all the other individuals, all the other friends, all the other... Hold on. We have everyone else there, right? But Mari just keeps appearing and keeps doing certain things. It's making me wonder if this is a dream world. Is Mari okay? Chat? Is Mari okay? No, I'm not checking my notes. I got a message from my partner who is actually currently in Mexico and she's coming back. That's why I was like, oh. Oh, somebody tried to go ahead and drop a spoiler. Like, is Mari okay? Because the way that this is being brought in as a game element is they keep appearing everywhere. They're your safe point. Your safe point, if you want to go ahead and put it that way. Right? Why? Is she still with us? Is she okay? What is going on? And why is it that I guess if we're going to conceptualize this as Omori's world, that this is happening like this? You know? Things look easier, right? Anyway. Mari is Sans Undertale. Oh? Oh, we got a big one. We got a big boy. Are they happy or are they angry? Chat, what emotion is this? I think that if they're sad, they're blue. If they're happy, they're yellow, right? Red equals angry. You can do it. Okay, now we go. It feels happy. Ooh, it's gonna do damage a little bit. That's fine. Oh, the eye. Okay, now Omori's gonna go ahead and hit them with this sad poem to Kel. You're gonna attack, you're gonna attack, you're gonna attack. There we go. Kel's a little sad. Everyone starts doing damage. That was a dull attack. That's fine. We can still do this. Oh man, this fight is pretty tough. But don't worry, we can do this if we work together. Like, I'm gonna have to teach y'all a little bit of teamwork. Let's try again, Tamori. Omori, we'll get him this time. You notice anything different, Omori? You should see a new bar at the bottom with the number on the side. This is our collective energy. By using our energy, we can defeat this foe. Just attack and you'll see. Oh, what the? Did you see the bubbles that popped up when we attacked? That's called a follow-up. After you attack for a limited time, you can use energy to perform a follow-up move. Just press any directional arrows and see what happens. Noted. Okay, let's do it. So let's get this boy. Hey! Oh, there we go. We're doing damage here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And save up energy. This guy's really tough. When he attacked us, did you notice that our energy went up? When we attack, we also gain energy. Think of it as a chance to make a comeback. Sure. Yeah, annoy yourself, please. I'm gonna save up a bit of energy here. Hold on, chat. Hey! He got himself angry. It was a dull attack. Hero took 4 damage. We're full of energy. This is the perfect time to use our special attack. After you attack, I hope you're all ready. Come on, everyone. All right, let's do it. With the power of friendship and knives. You gained 150. You got 50 clams. Level 3. And learn stab. Level 3, level 3, level 3. Omori, what are you learning? Now you have a knife and you learn stab. There you have it. Heroes Battle Tutorial 101. I'm sure that we fight more battles, our teamwork will improve over time. Wow, you guys, that was so amazing. That was nothing. I've taken down way bigger guys than that. I should teach you some of my skills one of these days. Basil, I know you're not the type of guy that likes to fight. It's good to know how to defend yourself too. You know, I've actually been working on a book all about battles. Maybe we could study together next time. I'll give it to Omori to hold on to for now. Self-help guide, let's go! I'll be updating the follow-up section of the self-help guide, so be sure to check it out. Omori, you should know, when we gain EXP and level up, sometimes we also get skills. Skills are powerful and have a range of effects, but each of us can remember up to 4 skills at a time. And you'll learn a new skill. Don't forget to equip it in the player menu, okay? Yeah, we know. Can we go to Basil's house now? Okay, that's all I had to say. Patience, Kel. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of skill. It's a lot of everything. Hold on, chat. Say cheese! Oh, it came out kind of blurry. Well, that's okay. That gives it character. Hope you don't mind the photo. Of course we don't mind. I want to see it. Oh, sure thing. We all look so cute. How's my hair? I want to see. Oh, hey, Omori, did you want to take a look at the photo too? Aw. It's too bad it came out kind of blurry, but you all still look so cute. I should add it to my collection. Oh. Woohoo! Another shop for the photo album. Move over, Aubrey. I can't see. Hey, stop pushing. You already had your turn. Get out of my way, Kel. Wait, hold on. There's no need to fight. My first. Not me. Oh, stop it. You guys are knocking me over. Oh. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Basil, I'm so sorry. Are you okay, Basil? You two are in big trouble now. This is why the both of you need to learn how to get along. I'm sorry, we didn't mean it. Here's the thing what I'm afraid of. Is behavior like this in children, if not corrected, right? Unfortunately, what ends up happening, chat? It's just so, What ends up happening is, unfortunately, you start getting a lot of like adjustment disorders, right? A lot of issues with reactivity and emotion regulation, dysregulation, to be a matter of fact. One of the big things in here that needs to be like talked about or touched on in general is the fact that, like, you know, for example, let's say that there is a major traumatic event or something big to come through with this. What happens in the friend groups and friend dynamics in general? Let's say that this is a semblance of memory, something in the past for Omori, his happy place, as to how he may or may not remember his friend group. Let's take that just for a second, right? And talk about it. What happens to a group dynamics if something traumatic were to happen? Guess what? You start to separate, you start to change. Trauma changes people, especially kids. Trauma can change kids and others to go ahead and, you know, either advert or like revert into behaviors and patterns. A lot of creators just drop the game. Really? Why? Yeah, people start isolating, people start changing. All of a sudden, it's like, I don't even know who you are anymore because people change along the ways. And again, this is why behavior like this, when like kids start pushing one another or being really mean to one another, needs to be called out actively. You know, that's one of the main things. After you made it to Basil's house? Yeah, but that's because I was going through some life stuff. That wasn't like at all because of the content of the game, you know? It's okay, don't worry about it. Accidents happen. Aww. Here's your photos. It doesn't look like any of them got damaged. No, Unhopes, bye, I appreciate you. Oh, is somebody else dipping or are you dipping, Unhopes? Regardless, I appreciate you, Unhopes. You're an absolute legend. Let's put him back in your photo album together. Thank you, hero. Let's go inside my house first. Remember to wipe your feet before you come in. Aww. Oh, this is so good. But why living under a shoe? Or why living in a shoe? That's the real question. Nah, I'm here. Okay, good. I was like, Basil loves taking care of things. Wipe your feet before you... This is a shoe house. Yeah. Bunch of potted plants. Well, what's interesting about it is, yes, it is a shoe, right? But at the same time... Also, welcome on in, everyone. Apparently, chat is now open to everyone. Why the shoe? Why does the shoe look old? Dilapidated. What is the symbolism of a shoe? That's interesting. Basil's photo album. His most precious belonging. Oh, I don't like the way that that's hanging there. I don't like the way that like... Well, I guess it's the roof, but the way that it's like put in there, it reminds me of Omori's room with the one light bulb, you know? It's... I don't know. It's a little weird. A bunch of books, mostly about plant care. Or are you guys on emo only mode now? What the heck? A fireplace. The fire is warm. A bunch of potted plants and flowers. Basil loves taking care of things. Huh. Are you ready to put the photos back, Omori? Yay, let's get started. Darn. I don't think I remember the order of these photos. Don't worry about a thing. Omori has a really good memory, so I'm sure we'll figure it out in no time. I wouldn't say that. Okay, I'm just going off of context clues. I'm going off of context clues, chat. Maybe like this? They're as good as new. I'm really sorry for pushing you over, Basil. Even though at least half of it was Kel's fault. Yeah, I promise to never fight with Aubrey ever again, unless she starts it first. Don't worry about it. I know you only wanted to see my photo album. Thank you for helping me put it back together. I guess one of the big things in here... Oh? What is that? Huh, that's strange. The photo must have been loose. What is this? Did I take this photo? Something about it seems so familiar. Wait, what? No. No. That can't be. Mary! What the fuck was that? I don't remember this! What the fuck was that? Chat. What was that? What was that? That was terrifying. Meow. Not much to do around here, is there? What was that? Take a look. Yeah. Ugh! Okay, new edition. New edition. Oh, goodness gracious. I know. That was terrifying. You can't see a thing. Meow? Or is there? Where's the door? It's like the door to get out of this space is no longer there. Hello? Hello? Housekeeping? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? What a journey. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing the heartbeat. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. What a journey. What an absolute journey. I feel like the characters, right? They really serve as a big platform. Like we're understanding the character dynamics and everything in there all together, which is huge. Wait. What do you mean stab? No. What do you mean stab? Chat, I just realized this. What do you mean stab? What do you, wait. What do you mean stab? What do you mean stab? Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Trigger warning, chat. I don't know, but I have a feeling. No! Stop! Oh gosh. What? Look at all of us. These are all of our memories together. You're a little sad now. What the fuck? But we should be happy. Ooh. And is that Basil and Omori just holding hands? Let's make some new memories together, okay? What is going on? So they're clearly covered something up. Clearly they went through something together. Clearly both of them have a shared history in that darkness that one of them is trying to hide. Then does the red bulb represent Basil? If that is Basil, does the red bulb represent Basil, chat? What is happening? You see a boy sleeping in his room. What's his name? Everything's slightly askew, right? Can we go without a name? That would be dark. Here's a boy named Blique. They don't have a name. I did see Sunny in here first. I think it was spelled like that, right? Right, chat? Was it spelled like this? I think it was. It wasn't lowercase, right? Like, it was all capitalized. Just making sure, because I'm trying to go ahead and respect the name that the game is giving us. Oftentimes when a game... No. All caps. Okay, all caps. Here's the thing. Oftentimes when a game already gives you a pre-filled name, there's a reason for that, right? And there's too many people, too many individuals, and most of us just do it instinctually. Well, we'll try and go in here, and for example, if this is Sunny, I'm remembering it like this, okay? That would come in here and legitimately do something like this to try and go ahead and put some self-agency in here, you know, and try and make something like, you know, that goes against the narrative of what's being presented or the aspects or whatever. And it's like, what purpose does this serve, right? I'm looking at what the game is presenting as though the game itself is a client, right? And if the first name that it popped up was Sunny, then I'm sure it's going to go ahead and present itself in some capacity, right? Like it's going to present its themes because of the name that's already chosen in there. You can put whatever name you want in there, but there is a significance to the name that was first given. And that's sort of why I want to go ahead and respect the name that was there, as opposed to other games where it gives you the option at the very beginning and then you grow from there. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I hope all of you are okay with that. Yeah. The boy's name is Sunny. Yeah. Isn't that just Omori? Wait. Hey, Sunny. It's Mommy. I'm still in the city setting things up for our new home. Did you finish packing yet? The movers are going to be at our house in a few days, so I left a list of things for you to do before they arrive. Also, sorry. Mommy messed up. I forgot to tell the electric company that we needed a few extra days before we're ready to move, so the lights might cut out sometime tonight. Well, that's not really a safe... So one of the big things, especially if you ever have a case manager or social worker or whatnot, that we check into immediately is you need to have a sustainable house, right? And by that means electricity, running water, so on and so forth. Without that, it's an immediate call to try and go ahead and get like help, right? So the lights might be cut out sometime tonight. That's terrifying. Anyway, I know moving to a new place can be a little nerve-wracking right now. So, but I think a scene of change. Hold on. My partner is picking me up food. Anyway, but I think a change of scenery would be positive for both of us. I know you haven't talked to anyone in a while, but you might want to say goodbye to your old friends before we leave. Kel was always trying really hard to get a hold of you ever since we put the house up for sale. He's been calling us every week for the past... Holy shit, what happened? Oh. What happened? Something extremely traumatic must have happened in order for this distance to have grown in this capacity, and things going on sale, and mom going through all of this sort of stuff, like, hey, you know what, we know, with the change of scenery and whatnot, like, he seems a little lonely. Maybe you should pay him a visit. Okay, that's it for now. Mommy loves you. Bye, honey. Bzz. You are hungry. How many of you are put your own name in here? That's the first question. And then the second question is an old computer, a bunch of books. Hi, Sunny. This is a note from Mommy. I left some food in the fridge downstairs. It's steak, your favorite. Love you. A wardrobe. An ordinary houseplant. Nothing special about it. Is this Omori's safe space that we keep on seeing? Here's a TV or the computer. You know, mom's to-do list. You don't feel like doing your chores right now. But it just looks so isolated and lonely. And like there's nothing in here, right? Some family photos. Bathtub. Hi, Sunny. This is enough from Mommy. Remember to brush your teeth every day. Love you. How? Ooh, this mom is. How involved is the mom in this kid's life? Where is the mom? You would like. Is this Omori? Just I don't know. It looks more grown up, I guess. Parents, man. Sometimes parents don't know how much of an impact they have in our life. And the fact that sometimes we need caregivers to build a secure attachment. Otherwise, you get individuals that grow up and have an avoidant attachment or have a struggle attaching to other people, you know, and if they go through something traumatic or whatever that may have been, all of a sudden start like, you know, going through different instances and stuff that may not be good. A toiletries. Bathtub. That's pretty much it. There's not really much to say on that. The bookcase has been cleaned out. An empty picnic basket. Would you like to save? Sunny. Now colored. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Is Sunny the actual person in Omori, the kid representation of Sunny, i.e. whatever may have happened when they were younger, i.e. you know, maybe still filled with whatever guilt and or trauma or whatever they were gone through. Omori is the internal representation of an imagistic aspect of themselves, right? In that regard, hence in the light, but then comes in the main aspect is if that is the case, then would there be another version of themselves that maybe we have not even seen yet? In that same correlation where we have Sunny the person and we have Omori, this childlike or a younger version of themselves in some capacity that may represent a faction of themselves, right? Is there another version? Because again, if you've gone through trauma, you know that there is a semblance or a big aspect between the trauma version of self and the actual version of self, right? And our brain tries to go ahead and make a cohesive decision as to, are we going to be in our feeling brain or in our thinking brain? And what is Omori? Is Omori a representation of just numbness and trying to not feel anything because that is a safe space that Sunny doesn't have to go ahead and conceptualize these emotions and feel what he needs to feel? And if that's the case, then is there another version of that? And this is just what means just spitting wildly. Is there another version of that where it's Sunny and all the negative representation of that, all the negative feelings involved and trapped inside with nowhere left to go? Has Sunny even had the opportunity to process whatever may have happened? Or is this just popping up randomly in elements where, you know, Sunny is not even being Sunny, they're just disassociating quickly and trying to go back into being Omori, trying to go back into being into the safe space, trying to go being, like, clearly like his friendships were still there because they're all colored, and trying to go back into being that. Is that what this game is sort of like leaning into? Is this aspect of self? Like, and I'm going to ask this. How many of you guys have gone through something traumatic where you've gone through in your brain, in your head, to try and revisit that, like, you know, what went wrong, a breakup, a friend leaving you, car accident, whatever may have happened? How many of you guys have gone through something like that? I feel like a majority of us have, right? Where we sit there and we think and we keep spiraling and we keep thinking and we keep making certain assumptions and questions, and we try to go back and figure out like what could have been different. So it's making me wonder, for Sunny, is this what this is a representation of? But also the basket to save, isn't this Mary's or Marie? Isn't that like their ability to go ahead and do so? But their basket is here. A table lamp. Some family photos. One of two old grandfathers stopped working a long time ago, but mom likes to keep them around. Yo, these stairs are... Why ask it like that? All right, let's go. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh. No. You don't want to look down. You feel dizzy. Maybe you can sleep it off. What happened? Why don't you want to go downstairs? Why is this a big thing for you, Sunny? Why is this a big thing for you? Why are you reacting this way to stairs? Is it just because it's dark? But the excuses, the defense mechanisms that are coming through of trying to go ahead and divert, right? Oh, I'm feeling dizzy. Maybe we should sleep it off. Maybe we should do this. Why? You feel dizzy. Maybe you can sleep it off. What happened, Sonny? What happened that this is causing you to feel dizzy? Is this related? Like, clearly this is affecting you in a fundamental way. Is this related to some sort of trauma for you, Sonny? And I mean this genuinely, because like whenever you're working with kids or a client, you have to understand whenever there's a big reaction to something, there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. Can this come from a past? Absolutely. Can it come from 1,001 other things? Sure. But we have to ask why. Why are you feeling this way? Where does this come from, right? Where are you coming? Would you like to sleep? Sure. So I haven't even eaten that steak then. No new messages. All right. Oh, I do not like this. Oh no. A red light too? The door is locked. No. An eerie red glow radiates from outside. You feel strangely drawn to it. Oh no. The door is locked. Oh no. And now the stairs have gotten bigger. What is this? Okay. Okay, now this is terrifying. Ooh. A descent into darkness. You're hungry. And there are the hands, dark hands reaching out. What the fuck happened in these stairs? What happened in these stairs? Because these stairs, first off, he was acting this way, and now as you're going down the stairs, these dark hands, I'm gonna even call them agents of change, right? These dark trauma agents of change hands are coming up from the ground, reaching towards you, as though something major must have happened here, as though trauma and guilt or whatever these things represent for Sunny here are just absolutely... Oh no. You are hungry. And these hands are just getting more... Oh, no. No. We picked up a knife. These hands are there. Oh, gosh. The only hands that we've been able to go in and see. Oh, no. Huh. Afraid, and it's spelled wrong. Is this him fighting, Sunny fighting his own inner demons? Because clearly he's hallucinating right now, right? And he's hearing voices. It's time to bring out the DSM-5 TR. Any good therapist, counselor, whatever, should be bringing this out and talking about it with y'all. Now, with kids, this tends to be a little bit more difficult to go ahead and diagnose, and it's often done as adjustments, aspects, and things. But I want to touch on this, okay? Because I think it's important. No, that's spelled correctly. A-F-R-A-E-D? Afraid? I thought it was I-D. A-F-R-A-I-D, right? Alright, can I run? Oh, no. No. So I gotta fight this thing. That is an eye. It's an eye? Let's talk about this. Let's see it. Let's see if any of this comes together. Actually, we'll do it after this fight first. Let's do it. Whatever this is, right? And often trauma brain can cause instances like this. But a major trauma for a kid, please make sure that you go to a mental health professional. Please do, because it's the traumas and the other things out there can represent itself in hallucinations and delusions and different things in here. You know, that's a major component. Please make sure that if your kid goes through any form of a traumatic event, seek help, because it can impact the child's brain severely. Something. Sunny takes 12 damage. Sunny attacks something. Oh no. Sunny takes 10 damage. It did nothing. Something shoves Sunny. Sunny's attack did nothing. Sunny. Something taunts Sunny as he falls. All those voices, right? It's taunting him. It's shoving him. It's all of these things, and Sunny can't even do anything. You know. As he falls. Take a deep breath. Don't be afraid. It's not as scary as you think. Just steady yourself and remember how to calm down. Deep breathing. Deep breathing. Sunny recovers 40 heart. Whoa. Whoa. That's a big thing, right? Being able to go ahead and center yourself and ground yourself again. You know, be able to do deep breathing, being able to go ahead and center yourself. Your 5 senses, 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can touch, or however you want to use the senses around, right? But make sure to use your senses to ground you. One of the best ways to go ahead and do it, along with deep breathing, to be able to go ahead and like cement someone back in a little bit. Terrifying. So I want to bring this up. And I want to ask you guys for this. Here we go. Clearly, this is something that seems to have happened a lot. Yes, chat? Would you agree? Because Sunny already knows how to go ahead and ground themselves. So clearly, this is something that has been happening a lot because Sunny was able to go ahead and ground themselves quickly. So, diagnostic criteria. Remember, we are ruling out, not adding in. Are you ready? 2 or more of the following for a significant portion of time during a 1 month period or more. At least one of these must be treated. At least one of these must be. 1, delusions. Believing that something is there, having full on delusional aspects of things. 2, hallucinations. 3, disorganized speech, maybe derailment or incoherence. 4, grossly disorganized or catatonic behavior. 5, negative symptoms, diminished emotional expression or avolition. So not being fully expressive as need be in some capacity. An episode of this disorder. Okay, this is 1 month or 6. So we got to find the one that may be for multiple years, right? Hold on. Let me find the one that's for long term. This one makes sense because of some of the elements in there. Here we go. Okay. 2 or more of the following and present for a significant portion of time during a 1 month period or more and must be delusions, hallucination, disorganized speech, grossly negative symptoms, the same ones, catatonic behavior, abolition, so on and so forth. For a significant portion of the time, the onset of the disturbance must impact the level of functioning in one of the major areas, such as interpersonal relationships, self-care, work, so on and so forth, is markedly below the level achieved prior to the onset. Or when the onset is in childhood or adolescence, there's a failure to achieve expected level of interpersonal, academic, or occupational functioning. Clearly, we already know that interpersonally, he's not really connecting. Sunny is not connecting with his friends, right? So we already know that that's a big one. Continuous signs of disturbance for at least 6 months period, a minimum of a 6-month period or more, must include at least 1 month of the following symptoms or less if successfully treated. Here we go. Prodromal or residual symptoms. During these prodromal or residual periods, the signs of disturbances may be manifested by only negative symptoms by 2 or more of the following criteria: odd beliefs, unusual perceptual experiences, delusions, or hallucinations. So, this may be ruled out by having symptoms, right? Because either A, or B, there are no active face symptoms. They have been present for a minority of the total duration of the active residual symptoms. E, they're not attributed due to physiological effects such as substances or another medication. Is Sunny taking substances or medication that causes this to happen? We don't know. F, if there is a history of autism spectrum disorder or communication disorder due to childhood onset, this diagnosis may only be prominent if delusions or hallucinations are more prominent than anything else. Okay, and then it goes into acute whatnot. Diagnostic criteria. Has to persist for at least a period of at least 6 months or more. Prodromal symptoms are in active phase. Mood and full mood symptoms may be active, such as depression and different symptomology. However, distinct psychotic mood disorders may require further analysis. In addition to the 5 area symptoms, the assessment of cognition, depression, and mania symptoms is vital for making critical distinctions between them. So, associated features. I'm reading this because I want you guys to kind of see what I'm thinking about as I think about Omori and Sunny, right? Individuals with this may display inappropriate affect, right? The absence of an appropriate stimulus, a dysphoric mood that can take the form of depression, anxiety, anger, a sleep-disturbed pattern, daytime sleeping and the nighttime activity, a lack of interest in eating all food or food refusal, or being hyperfixated in food, depersonalization, derealization, and somatic concerns may sometimes reach delusional proportions. Anxiety and phobias are common. Cognitive deficits and schizophrenia are common and are strongly linked. And it goes into prevalence. The estimated lifetime is between 0.3 to 0.7, with various fivefold. It is important to note that the prevalence and incidence of this may be affected by the fact that some age groups are most likely to be misdiagnosed or overdiagnosed. They're more present to go ahead and be happen with kids with trauma. Shows a higher incident rates for men, whereas definitions allowing for the inconclusion of mood symptoms and brief presentations may no longer be there. Development in course, the requisite emerge usually between teenage years all the way through mid-30s. So schizophrenia usually pops up during your teenager years all the way to your mid-30s are the most common aspects for diagnosis to happen. Onset prior to adolescence is rare, but the peak onset age usually occurs in the early to mid-teens to mid-20s for men and late 20s for women. This may be abrupt. Where am I at? Or insidious, but the majority of individuals manifest a slow and gradual development of various clinical significant symptoms, including particularly social withdrawal, emotional challenges, cognitive challenges, deterioration of role function. Half of these individuals display depressive symptoms. Prognosis is both influenced by the severity of illness and gender. Men include long duration of psychosis before treatment and lower premorbid adjustment. This may include negative symptoms, cognitive impairment, and generally worse functions overall. Social, and it keeps going. Goes into sex and gender association with suicidal thoughts and behavior. Approximately 5 to 6% of individuals with schizophrenia may die from suicide, although 20% attempt suicide in one or more occasions. And it keeps going into the different aspects such as hopelessness, depressive symptoms, being unemployed, and self-harm may be a higher aspect of things altogether. There's different moods. There's schizoaffective mood disorder, right, which may require different aspects. Schizophreniform, delusional, schizotypal, post-traumatic stress, of course, trauma being a major one as well, which we can touch on. Substance use, autism, or others. Chat, I think we may be centering down a little bit on Sunny. I don't know if you guys think that some of this rings true to Sunny, drop a Dorito. If you guys don't think some of that doesn't ring true, just drop a nay. You guys are able to go and find that. I think when we're looking at Sunny and we're seeing some of these aspects of self-harm, the delusions that are happening, the hallucinations that are happening overall, right? The catatonic behavior that comes through as Omori, these differentiations of things that are happening. For me, this is ringing through. And the hyper delusions, right? As, wait a minute, we may be centering down into this particular area of, hallucinations, of just the schizophrenia spectrum with trauma, with post-traumatic stress disorder, based on whatever may have happened to Omori. Oh, crap. Okay, I went a little too far here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. We're back to the game. You got a first aid kit. Nice. Nothing special about it. Some family photos. No? What's in there? Why can't I go in there? No. Some family photos. Okay, no. Evie says no. I mean, there's definitely more to talk about and analyze, especially as it keeps coming through. But from what I'm seeing right now, this is one of the first things that I'd be like, wait a minute, what is happening here? We got a bandage. You picked up the steak knife. You look in the fridge and find cold steak. Take it. You got cold steak. You should probably heat it up before. I like that it's just pointing to you where you have to go. You got microwave steak. Let's go. Yes, a lovely, well done steak. Would you like to eat some? Yes. The steak images now make sense. Let's eat some steak. Oof. Your stomach didn't agree with that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Restroom? No? Okay, I guess we're not going in there. You threw up. Oh. Who's knocking? Hello? Hello, housekeeping. Hey, Sonny, it's Mary. Marie. I'm finally back home, but I forgot my keys. Could you open the door for me? What? But why did she still have the... I'll open the door. I would prefer to open the... I think we should open the door, right? Let's see. I mean... Hello? Hello? What was that? What was that? What was that? I'm over here stressing out about it too. I'm like, what is that? What was that? It's like a blink and you miss it moment. Okay, so why is this happening to us? This is not from mommy. If you leave the house, remember to look both ways before crossing the street. Love you. Damn, mom. What was that? What the fuck? Oh, God. Oh, no. What happened here? Why is... What is... Whoa. Oh. I'll save in a new file just for safety. Ugh. And that's supposed to be Marie? That's supposed to be them? That's supposed to be them. What the fuck? What? What is going on? Oh no. Anything else for me to do here? What happened? Clearly, Sunny's brain is just trying to conceptualize a bunch of things, trauma, you name it. But why does she look like that? Wow. 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 Welcome to White Space. You have been living here for as long as you can remember. Wow. Wow. So how long have these disassociations been happening? No way. No way. How long has Sunny been disassociating? How long has this delusion of things been happening? To wipe your sorrows away. Collect the keys to fill the Blique. In the grass near a stump, on a shrouded old bridge, between giant pinwheels near a cast-off, underneath a wet pillow, within a large frame, beneath a Okay, collect the keys. The incorrect keys will be discarded. Wow. Hello? Something fell nearby. Alright, I'm gonna go check it out in a bit, but first... Okay, nothing different. Steak. Hello? You stared at the door. Oh gosh. Everyone behave, okay? What is that? Found the map. What is this? W headspace map. Here's the thing. People that have undergone a lot of trauma tend to compartmentalize aspects of their trauma in different ways, right? And it's sort of making me wonder if this is not just extreme disassociation, but maybe a delusional aspects of trying to go ahead and, like, for Omori here to compartmentalize this trauma into different realms or different aspects like this. Like, what is this? This is very interesting. Is that it? Wow. Wow. Holy crap. That was terrifying. Oh, we're back up. And childlike music again that's slightly distorted. There's a headspace, but a white space isn't in the headspace. Right? The headspace map is different than the white space. That is interesting. Omori, thank goodness you're here. Have you seen Basil? We can't find them anywhere. We should go tell Mary you're okay. She's been worried sick. Marie? Wow. A photo of someone familiar. Getting silent. Are people spoiling that bad? Sorry, I'm only glancing from time to time. So I don't know if people are really spoiling that bad or people are trying to spoil us. But please don't. You guys will be timed out. Like, I'm actually trying to get through this game and analyze it, like, in that way. You know? Going out, Omori? Here's your allowance for the day. 200 clams. Waiting for something to happen. We found the A. Maria. 11 keys left, chat. It's interesting, like, you know, still Sunny or Omori having his friends all in color, but himself not. That is. First key. Yo, we can come down here? Ooh, looks creepy. You're afraid of spiders. Where are we at? I thought I saw the screen, like, starting to encroach. Really? Staying still gets this to happen. Really? Wow. This game has so much depth to it. Like, so much personality, so much, like, you know, to really dig into. Like, the layers and layers of Omori and the characters in here are beautiful. This is awesome. This is awesome to have a game that's just like, you know, you're so layered, so... You should go see Mari. She's been so worried about you. They really nail the phobia feeling, right? Of it encroaching in. It's good. And your Burly even started. It's insane. No, that's why I'm like, color me excited, because I know that the dynamics in this group are probably set to change, right? And everything that's sort of set to come through with it. Omori, you're okay. Oh, don't worry me like that. Where's Basil? He's not with you, Omori? No? I'm afraid not. The last thing I remember was sorting photos with Basil in his house. The next thing I know... I'm waking up in the neighbor's room with Aubrey and Kel. At least we found you, Omori. I hope Basil's okay. Who's gonna protect him if we're not there? Don't be such a downer, Aubrey. We'll find Basil for sure. You're absolutely right, Kel. At times like this, we gotta say... Exactly. We're friends. We're not gonna leave Basil hanging. We're gonna go and find them. That's what friends do, is we don't leave each other down. We help each other up. That's what we're there for. Love the music. The track is amazing, right? Why don't we go to Basil's house? There might be something that we miss. That's the spirit hero. Exactly. Friendship. Friendship. Yes, please, let me eat some. You and your friends feel like new. Yeah, also, Mary, if you can take your keys with you, please. You were scary. Please. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in here, and all my non-binary pals out there, this brings us to the end of the first part of Omori. I feel like we only got 15 minutes of gameplay, and we have over 3 hours and 37 minutes of a full-on analysis of it. How much, like, I feel like it was only 15 minutes or 20 minutes of gameplay, and the rest of it was just us yapping, bringing out the DSM-5, talking nonstop about the different elements in here. I really love the characters, and particularly, basically, yeah, already, woo, oh, a bit earlier than expected. Yes, but it is, for me, 5:30, p.m. here. So one of the big things I want to throw out is I love how every character has their own unique things, right? Hero being a hero, Kel being obnoxious, Aubrey, and her happy self. But how can that twist and turn? If we're seeing that Sunny clearly was affected by whatever happened, how are the others in this group? How have they changed? If the drawings in itself, the bulbs with like different things, if Omori is the bulb that is hidden and the other one was one that's completely red and the other ones that have red in their eyes, how has this group dynamic changed altogether? We're already seeing that Kel is trying to reach out to Omori in some capacity, right? But what about the others? Unhopes! What the Unhopes! Yo! Unhopes! Yo, thanks so much for the 50 subs! You're an absolute bad lad! Everyone drop some Doritos for Unhopes. Another 50 subs from Unhopes. The absolute GOAT. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. You're the absolute best. Everyone drop some Doritos over for Unhopes. We're also 100 followers away from 11,000 followers here on Twitch. And we're close to 30K on YouTube. So ladies and gentlemen and my non-binary pals out there, please make sure to follow, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video around. Yo, let's build up the Omori team. I'm getting Omori pilled already. I am legit just getting Omori pilled. I just got an anime NY. Oh, no way. Love your videos. Thank you, Nokotsu. I really appreciate it. Unhopes, again, I know. Unhopes the legend. But yes, please share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought about the video, about the characters themselves, about some of the analysis that we're doing. Are we heading in the right direction? Are we not? I know that there's a ton more to take in. This was only like 15 minutes of actual gameplay, and the rest of this was just straight up analysis. Was this fun? Did you guys enjoy this? Unhopes, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to have your support and have everyone's support for this. It keeps the channel growing, and 1,001 things in this regard. Did you guys genuinely enjoy it though? I hope you did. That's sort of the main thing from it is, I'm trying to go ahead and make sure that you guys are enjoying it, that you guys are taking something away from it, and maybe thinking things a little bit differently. And also, are you guys okay with me bringing out the DSM-5 TR and using it as a way to go ahead and showcase this is what symptomology is, right? That's one of my main things. I yap a lot, I know, and sometimes my energy can fluctuate because it's a lot of yapping. But I hope that you guys are okay with me bringing out the DSM-5. We're not done yet. There's one thing I really do want to touch on as we go. So, and that is this. We're going to do this, chat, because it's it's important. Or should we do this next stream? Love when the DSM-5 participates. Yes, please use it. This is what I want to bring up, and this will be the last little bit here. Here we go. Are you guys ready? This is for Omori in particular, because that's the character that we know the most about so far. Are y'all ready for this? Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? Give me a hell yeah. Yeah, use it. Okay, it's time. This is going to be the last little bit before we finish up here. I know a lot of people don't like me to go ahead and do this, but I still want to go ahead and do this. What is Omori's attachment style? What is Omori's attachment style? Thank you for the follow, Roger Goose. I appreciate it. Also, Unhope, thanks again. What is Omori's attachment style? We're not done yet. We analyze throughout it, but we always have a bigger analyze section at the end if I have the energy for. What is his attachment style? It is not secure, and that's for sure. It is not secure, and that's for sure. I'm assuming it's transformed, into one of either anxious or avoidant, right? It's definitely not secure. So we're already going to probably go ahead and see the fact that, like, Omori has gone through instances like this, right? And it's not in a secure fashion. So we're already knowing that he's acting out of an either anxious or avoidant tactic to try and go ahead and meet others, right? It can be ambivalent, it can be ambiguous. There can be mixtures of one and the other, and that's a big component to it. Awesome. What are Omori's defense mechanisms that we've seen? Regression. As a first-time viewer, what is this? These are all psychological theorems, right? So, for example, this is Ainsworth and Bowlby's attachment style. As a child and as an adult, we all have an attachment style. Sometimes we have really secure attachment growing up, and we keep that secure attachment throughout our adulthood. Sometimes we grow up with parents that showed us that it wasn't a secure environment, and we learn to either be anxious or avoidant growing up, and we have anxious and avoidant attachments in our relationships with friends and others. So these are defense mechanisms, by not Ainsworth. This was by Freud, Anna Freud. Also, Freud did take, the big Freud did take a part in it, but it's been, centered down by hundreds of other psychologists as well. So when we look at this, what are the defense mechanisms that Omori is using? Regression. Regression is one of the big elements that we see Omori using, right? Which is falling back on childlike patterns, the delusions, the hallucinations, the white space versus the head space. The world that is out there is being filtered, right, through this regression-like element. Identification, trying to become like someone else to deal with one's anxiety, right? It is not Sunny, it is Omori. Mary really admires Susie, the most popular girl in school, and tries to copy her behavior and dress. Sunny might really admire or might really not want to feel pain, so they become something like a robot or emotionless or black and white because it's easier than being filled with color and all the pain that comes along with it. What else, chat? Is it just those two? If it's just those two, that's A-okay. Maybe reaction formation. Reaction formation is a big one, right? Forming an emotional reaction or attitude that is the opposite of one's threatening or unacceptable thoughts or feelings. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and react without any emotion, without anything, because internally I am screaming. On the outside, I'm not showing any emotion, but on the inside, I'm just absolutely screaming and crying. Displacement, expressing feelings that would be threatening if directed at the real target onto a less threatening one. Could be, i.e., the monsters that we may be facing, right? That's a big one. Okay, here we go. Next one, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Where is Omori in this? Displacement, perhaps? Yeah. There could be a wide number of things in here, right? So where is Omori in this hierarchy of needs? Where is he fitting in the most? By the way, you don't have to meet all the areas of Maslow's hierarchy of needs to be self-fulfilled. We all have different elements that we have more in one than the other. We go up and down accordingly, but sometimes we have to remember this is important to go ahead and realize. Where's Omori at? Is it in the red? Is it in the yellow? What is Omori struggling with the most? Where is he struggling with the most? Just regulating himself. Honestly, it's between red and yellow. Is he sleeping right? We don't know, right? But does he have security of employment, of health, of his body? Is he taking care of his body, or is he self-harming? Is he self-harming? If he is self-harming, then guess what? We're in the red and yellow territory. He has no electricity at the moment. True. Sort of bit. Yeah. But what's the main one that he's struggling with at the moment, right? What is a big one that we look at the lowest needs and we're like, wait a minute, that's a huge element. Yeah, mentally he's stabbing himself. Mentally he's hurting himself. Mentally he's going through all of these struggles, right? And of course, there's a whole family aspect or friend aspect where there might be issues with that. There might be, and it just keeps going up and down in there, you know? Yellow because he's not eating enough too, because steak made him throw up because of lack of food. Depression will do that to you. So, this is Erickson's psychosocial stages of development. These are developmental milestones that we try and go ahead and meet as a child growing up into adulthood. Where is he at? Where do you guys see a big instance of a failure for his milestones? Bulimia, probably. And it probably has a lot of other symptoms, right? Side effects that come along with not eating, with not taking care of himself properly, and all of that. So where do you all see this trauma coming from? 6 to 11. Here we go. Children need to cope with new social and academic demands. Success leads to a sense of competence, while failure results in feelings of inferiority. Guess what? All of a sudden, that might impact the next one. Teens need to develop a sense of self and personal identity. Success leads to an ability to stay true to yourself, while failure results in role confusion, Sunny and Omori, and a weak sense of self. Who is Sunny? Who is Omori? Right? We can keep going down. Children need to begin asserting a control and power over the environment. Success leads to a state of leads to a sense of purpose. Children who try to experience too much power experience disapproval, resulting in a sense of guilt. Okay, another one. Children need to develop a sense of personal control over physical skills. Success leads to feelings of autonomy, and failure results in feelings of shame and doubt. And of course, the first one, children need to develop a sense of trust. When caregivers provide reliability, care, and affection, a lack of this will lead to mistrust. When you're looking at this, right? When you're looking at this, you have to realize that if Omori is, not meeting these milestones, then they are taking that with them through the other milestones as well. And sometimes us as adults, we're trying to meet these milestones that we did not meet, right? So school age and adolescence, I think, is a big one, right? The school age and adolescence. All right, here we go. And comes in the grief wheel. It's also known as like the trauma grief wheel, because when we go through something traumatic, we go through shock, protest, disorganization. We try and reorganize, trying to find behaviors to deal with it. And we either start the process of recovery or we deteriorate. But through this, what are we seeing? We're seeing a deterioration. We're seeing a deterioration for Omori that is going through sleep disturbance, loss of appetite, right? Or not really being able to go and keep that in there. Maybe some guilt, maybe aspects of nausea and vomiting. There are instances in here, but I wonder, because this can last periods of time and you can go up and down and, all around with it. But I'm kind of wondering, how is this going to play out? This trauma and grief wheel, how is this going to come through? And how much more are we going to see going forward, right? Everyone, that's just a little taster as to sort of what we're thinking about, a little bit of the analysis in there, and how we can see this coming through for the future, and what that means for us to start conceptualizing where Omori is look different with ambiguous loss. It can, but nonetheless, like, you still, yeah, it can, but you're still going through those. You don't have to go through every single step. Sometimes we jump steps depending on the connection, right? But I hope that helped you guys out in conceptualizing, helped you all out in conceptualizing Omori, conceptualizing Sunny a little bit better. It definitely is something that we have to consider going forward. With that being said, everyone, I appreciate all of you being here for the almost 4 hours. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Please remember to practice some self-care. Come and join us. Every Sunday is Omori Sunday. Every Sunday is Omori Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come and join us over on Twitch or on YouTube, as this is a multi-stream that is happening. Make sure to leave a like, comment, please. It helps the algorithm a lot. Share, subscribe, that whole ordeal. Come and join us over on Twitch. Come and join the Discord, where there is an Omori thread for all of you to be able to talk about the game, talk about the theories, talk about discussions, talk about 1001 things. Y'all are absolutely amazing. I appreciate each and every single one of you all. Y'all are amazing. Please practice some self-care. And heck, is it Sunday yet? I'm being Omori pilled. I am so Omori pilled. This game's fucking hype. This game is hype. Anyway, everyone, please practice some self-care. I will catch you all later. Be safe. Bye. Bye.